Oh, hello there. Come closer out of the dark and sit around my campfire, why not? My name is of no great importance, but the stories I have to tell you are. Witness 4 lost souls journeying together through a grim world of perilous adventure. Be warned, though, these stories are not for the faint-hearted, and once you have heard them, you cannot unheard them. Bear witness to the Vagabond Chronicles. Holy shit.
We spent a bleak, long night, each of us processing the battle and the ensuing pursuit in our own way. Thankfully, my martial training and Sigmar-fueled righteousness held the day, and despite that ogre demon and that bitch Queen Veronica attempts at destroying our souls, we managed to break them. It was pity that fellow Prancer succumbed to his wounds, but I supported Fraulein Britzen well, even if she never got to see. Sigmar, the ridiculous bad luck I have. Well, I'll show her my prowess and make her see sense to burn his body and embrace the unwavering protection of my capable arms. Now we find ourselves heading deeper into the vaults and the Grey Mountains in search for La Maison Tal, a sanctuary where we can heal and maybe we can find rest and a place to stay. For the future is uncertain, and there are many places yet to see in the Empire, the home of my father and his legacy.
Fuck you, Jim. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Fuck you, Jim. Hi, everybody.
I love the way you're the IT support in all this.
Oh my god. Okay, so
media.
just to put into context what happened. Hi, everybody. Hello, community. I don't know if everybody can hear me or not, because I always get paranoid about that. But anyway, Jim just told me as the recap, the new one by Ziggy, was playing out that's not the recap. That was his recap from last week. And then I was like, oh, fuck me. I've got to go into my email, find the thing that I sent myself that I thought I uploaded today. Pretty sure I uploaded today. And then change it lickety-split. No, I can't change it, so I have to play it after the one that I actually played out. And hope to God that no one notices. Fuck you, Jim. Except it wasn't wrong. It was correct. And so Ziggy just so Jim just gave me a heart attack. And that's why I started with "fuck you, Jim" as we went live. Hi, everybody.
In fairness to Neil, it was deserved, folks. So don't take it out on Neil. That was entirely on me.
It wouldn't be the Vagabond Chronicles. It wouldn't be my stream if something didn't go perversely wrong and just be a complete disaster from the beginning. So that's a new one, though. You know what? I'm not even mad, Jim. Thank you.
Oh, dude, you terrified me because I thought that doesn't sound like Steve.
Thank you for having such little
I'm
faith.
sweating here. I'm sweating.
So, hi everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, hello, Dr. Nick. Just want to say hello to the community. Hi, big waving. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Chapter 10. Holy fuck. We left the tutorial. Who'd have thunk it?
Wow, we got to chapter 10.
Yeah, man. Chapter 10. You made it.
Double figures.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
I had money on you dying in chapter 6, but somehow you're all wily. You're like little, little roadrunners, man. I can't catch you with my acting.
Yeah, you keep trying. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
keep
get us.
trying. You're all wily. So, so well done for not dying. One fate point spent. I had my money on 3 or 4, but there you go. So well done for getting through it. Hello to the community. Hi. We hope that you haven't missed us at all, and that you had more interesting things to do with your life, and that you casually spend your time here almost by accident. But yeah, we hope you had a good couple of weeks. We had a great couple of weeks for many different reasons that we're not going to go into because that would take up most of the show. But yeah, it's been fun. So let's, without further ado, say hello to our mod, Yogo. Hi to them.
Hi, Yogo.
Hey, Yogo.
I kind of feel we should have like a
Thanks
theme
for
music.
looking after things.
Should we have like a rock and roll theme music every time we do like,
Yago!
like that?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can get Jack Black to glam rock.
well, he's
intro
available
for
now.
us.
I mean, no movies.
Yeah,
are
it's
now.
very available. Yeah.
So anyway, we'll work on that. But anyway, thank you so much. And let's say hi to the stars of the show, our players, those wily little vagabonds that just won't die no matter what I throw at them, including an ogre. Hi everybody. Hi hero. I don't want to say heroes. Hi vagabonds.
Don't mention Ball Ripper, otherwise they just go a bit crazy. He's got so much love.
That's very
Relay
nice.
now.
So much love for Ball Ripper. Okay. Not for Frankie, the singing masterful goblin, but we'll get back to that later.
We'll be
no
back
one
to
talks
him
about
later.
We'll get back to him later. So,
By the
hi, I'm semi-mad at you, Jim. Hi, vagabonds. Hi, vagabonds. Why don't you say hello, and let's go around introducing yourself, the characters you're playing, and your favourite colour of pantaloons. Why not? Okay, so starting in... I'm really trying to recover. Starting with I guess like with Teddy, because he's like the quickest of all of you, right? So Pete, how you doing, Pete?
Like a ninja. Hey, I'm Pete. I'm here to play Teddy Wheatpasture, the lovable halfling rogue who's just there to make everyone happy and just give them sweets and bake things and be really nice and kind and never steal a single penny off anyone ever, I promise.
Such
And
a
I like pink
stereotype.
pantaloons.
You like sweets.
And pink pantaloons.
Pink pantaloons. Okay, that makes it better. I'm glad you're digging deep in the character development of Teddy Wheatpasture. So Teddy's our resident rogue, and what do we call tactical withdrawer or something like that?
Yeah.
Others might call it coward, but we
Definitely
don't
a
like that
tactical
term.
specialist.
Yeah,
Tactical
so-
specialist. Yeah.
specialist in getting the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, cool. So hello to Pete, and you're down under, aren't you, sir?
I live in a land down under, where women throw and men chunder. Can you hear the... No, I'm not singing anymore.
I'm not even inviting you to sing, dude. I don't know what that was. That was unexpected. Thank you.
It was so cute. You did a little solo there for a minute.
I thought people were going to jump in.
I was going to say, did you expect us to like jump in somehow and know what the hell you're talking about and singing and then just...
I feel that was a very Australian-specific song that you were singing.
That was a very Antipodean and specific song. So, do your research.
Was that the theme tune to Tasmanian Devil?
Next week. Next time.
Next week, do that one.
Good.
That's the only other song I know. Yeah.
All I ask, Pete, is you keep digging deep every week. That's all I ask. Okay, so moving forward swiftly on to our next reflex quick player is Steve, Dr. Steve, the famous Dr. Steve. How are you, sir? And welcome back, by the way. Welcome back. Welcome back to the fold.
Oh, yeah. We totally ruined your character last week while you were away, Steve. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he's lost quite a lot of items.
You a crossbow.
You did, Steve, did you listen to the last week's, just out of curiosity, to see what was going on?
Should we give him a test on what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's multiple choice.
Steve, what happened on the...
Is Steve here?
Is Steve gone? Has Steve quit?
run
Oh my
away.
god, Steve rage quit.
He just did
He just rage quit the game. Where's Steve?
Yeah, no, I'm back.
Man.
I'm back. I just lost you for like, however long that was you said, and now over to, and then it went quiet, and I didn't know who you were going to, but I thought it might be me because that's just how I roll. So I'm back. Sorry, but I really don't know what happened there.
No
Oh
worries.
boy, you really don't know
I
what
apologise.
you back into.
Yeah.
We were just massively putting you on the spot by saying we were going to test you about
Last
what
week's
happened in the last week's episode.
Okay, well, I'm fully prepared to answer all questions.
What happened last
Wrongly.
week? What did you do? Where did you end up in the character narrative?
In my personal life, I spent most of the week looking down children's throats in the hot room at work.
I was going for your character, but I guess that would be applicable.
Oh, right. Okay, we could do the other thing as well.
Okay.
Fine, yeah. So, no, I have a confession. I didn't actually listen to last week's show. But,
Oh, really?
From the voiceover,
The rest of us did. What are you talking
I understand. I haven't done my homework. My dog ate my voice. My dog ate my homework.
The dog ate your computer, so you couldn't listen to last week.
my dog ate my internet connection, and yeah.
I think you're allergic to dogs, but okay, fair enough.
No, but as you can tell from the wonderful voiceover, we defeated. Somebody got defeated.
You have no idea what you're talking about, do you?
And then there was a thing. There was a tragic thing.
Yeah, sure. It was really tragic.
Yeah.
It was poignant and pathos and shit.
JCB for Steve.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Okay.
yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. But anyway, so yeah.
I'm gonna wing it. It'll be fine.
A
It'll be
tragic
fine.
moment, Steve's character threw away his crossbow.
Well, I love that crossbow.
Throwing away is a
Stripping away
very
all the things I love. I lost my
broad term.
horse, and I lost my crossbow.
throwing away is a very general term for what happened. I want to say that somebody made a critical failure on your like shooty roll.
R.I.P.
Okay.
Steve's crossbow.
Yeah.
Oh,
You are with the angels now.
he's with Leviticus.
That was more time spent on lamenting the crossbow than it was on Leviticus. Like Leviticus was a fucking footnote. Like that was thought out. You actually pre-planned the eulogy for the fucking crossbow, which is the most generic weapon in the old world. And Leviticus, the horse that had been with his family for several generations, was like, "Oh well, he's cat food now. It's fine."
I was going to say that Leviticus was worth significantly more to me dead than he was alive. So, whereas the crossbow.
It's
Crossbow,
how you made your cat food millions, isn't it? Okay.
What happened with that?
I have no idea.
Was that his agent again?
That was the agent. Yeah, it was my mythical agent.
Consider doing fine.
My mythical agents that don't get me wrong. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's not true. I work a lot.
I was
I
gonna
have
say-
agents. Jesus. Okay, so hi, Steve. Let's talk about your character, not about the care and the community work that you genuinely do, and you are a fucking hero for working for the NHS. But let's just talk about this. Okay, let's not get into real world stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So Siegfried Hauptmann, or as he'd prefer you to call him, Corporal Hauptmann, is a squire. He's seen a bit of action, which really belies the fact that he's only 17. Bless him.
That's cotton socks, huh?
Yeah, he sort of wants to impress people, but often fails and is getting a bit of a complex about it. And yeah, he's not any fun at a party, but he's quite good in a fight. And yeah, that's about the long and the short of Siegfried Hauptmann. And one day he hopes to have more written on the back of his character sheet.
You like doing
Italian fish with hot elves.
Is that like a high fancy equivalent of notching the bed? Is that like you cut a little paper cut into for how many like quote unquote in wenches or high fancy elven princesses you've wooed or something like that?
Yeah. There's just a big box that says experience.
Experience, right? Okay. Well, thank you very much for enlightening us in so many different ways about poor pubescent Siggy. So yeah, he was played very much. We actually played him by committee last week. 2 weeks ago. We played him very much by committee. Tom took a turn. I took a turn begrudgingly. It was okay. I think we did well. I think there was a whole bunch of accents thrown at the wall. Some of them stuck. Some of them were like questionable, but we got there.
Marion Buffett. Good.
Oh, by the way, sorry.
You passed him round.
We passed him round like a piñata. We passed him round and pummeled him like a piñata. That was how he played Ziggy last week.
Good Lord.
Nasty.
All right. So moving forward, before we get into serious trouble, and yes, we have no lawyers. We have last but not leastly.
No.
Oh, sorry. We have two last but not leastly.
Wishful thinking.
I'm so glad I go first.
I just want to get through it. Okay, sorry. We have Rattigan, not lastly, but penultimately, we have our hedge wizard, Rattigan, played by Tom.
Hi, hello, everyone. I'm Tom. I play Rattigan, the rubbish improvisational wizard, with two ferrets who are his best friends in his world, Noodle and Spidge.
That's Mr. Spidge.
It's just Spidge. I'm going to tell you what spidging. Do you know what spidging is?
Spidging's a real thing. I think it was just like a garbled word that your mate told you.
My little brother invented. He's got a cat, and they invented a word. You know when cats do this thing where they come up to you or to like a cushion and they kind of give it a little massage?
That's not spidging. That can't be spidging.
Well, my little brother gave it that name.
Is that recognised in the Oxford English Language Dictionary?
The Oxford
I think
Urban
it
Dictionary?
should be. I think that we should start a petition for it to be.
Is it in the Urban Dictionary? To spidge? I spidge, he
There
spidge,
is
he
a
spidges.
entry in the Urban Dictionary. I'm looking at it at the moment.
Yeah, find spidge for me. If spidge is not in there, then spidge is not a thing, Tom.
Spidge is in the Urban Dictionary,
Fuck
but
off.
it is totally
we
unrelated.
don't want to know what it is. We don't want to know what it is from the gut.
Okay, let's not go there.
It's
Let's not.
surprisingly unrude for the Urban Dictionary.
is, isn't
actually.
it?
What is spidging?
Yeah. It's treasure brought up from shipwrecks on the seabed by scuba divers.
Get the fuck out.
No.
I will
Seriously, it's
completely accept
it's like
spidging now.
up there with flotsam and jetsam.
Oh,
Okay.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Learn something.
Can you use that
What
in a
sort of
sentence?
speech did you bring up from the wreck? I brought up a ship's bell. There you go.
Seriously?
While I was speeching underwater.
That sounded prepped. That sounded like. I'm sorry, school child laughter. That's anybody had 5 minutes? I mean, that sounded prepped. Like you two have been.
No,
have you two
I'm
been
looking at
speaking
it,
behind
it's
my
pretty
back about jokes to make on the Vagabond Chronicles? I'm okay with it because it was fucking funny. But what the fuck?
It's totally unscripted.
Tell you,
the whole thing.
it's amazing.
Yep.
All right, good. So talk about your fucking gnome, Jim. I'm sorry,
Right
Ratty.
then,
Talk about
I
your
am
wizard,
Jim.
Ratty.
Yeah, Ratty, we haven't.
so confused.
I feel like we've said enough. I'm gonna pass it over to everyone knows by now. I mean, you'll catch up with you as we go along.
And if Yogo can put in the YouTube channel, because I always forget. I think it's under Neil Newborn. I really don't have a clue. I'm a bit clueless about that. Thank you, Yogo, for saving me as always. Saving us as always. Well, mainly me. Check out the other episodes to find the origin of Noodle and Spidge, Mr. Spidge, and all the rest of the hijinks. It is time we can't give you back. Pretty sure there's a clause somewhere on the screen that says we can't give you back that time in monetary compensation if you don't like it. But, check it out. Sorry. Okay, Jim, help.
Right then. I'm Jim. I play a gnome called Bondo. Unfortunately, Bondo would like to have an interesting backstory, but he got kicked in the head by something and doesn't remember any of it.
Fair enough.
Oh.
What is Bondo? Bondo is like an
Bondo
inspiring.
is a gnome. He is a pharmacist, but he dreams of greater things. He dreams of being more than just a regular gnome. He dreams of being like Mac Ivor, his hero.
What the hell is Mac? Who's Mac Ivor?
Mac Ivor is a dwarf who goes from town to town fixing problems using engineering and defeating bad guys. And Bondo thinks
Is Mac
he's
Ivor
real.
an old world comic book?
Yeah, basically.
Fucking hell.
It's like a periodical. It's like pulp. It's like
It's an old world
But he doesn't
periodical.
know that.
Mac
He
Ivor.
thinks he's real. That's the best bit. Bondo thinks Mac Ivor is real because Bondo has been kicked in the head hard enough.
Oh,
to think that he's real.
Normally, I discourage such free-range cannon blustering, but I like the fact that this has just tickled me. So yes, Mac Ivor is now a thing. Okay, have fun, everybody. Cool. Okay, so his hero is Mac Ivor, the legendary dwarven engineer who fixes problems using pencil sharpeners and turning them into steam tanks. Okay, excellent. Great.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think we've heard enough, folks. So moving forward, hello everybody, back to the community. Hi, community. Yeah, I just want to run out of steam at this point, so I just wanted to say thanks for listening. Bye. No, that's not true. It's not
How
true.
many weeks have we been doing this, Neil? You're still terrible at
I'm
this.
still terrible at this. I was never really designed to do this kind of stuff. I think we found out that Gary the Brain, who is Ratty's brain, which is based on my dad. My dad is actually a sports commentator. This is his realm. This is not my realm. My realm is very different to this. So yeah, I get terrified like a rabbit in headlights. This is a rabbit.
All right,
rabbit.
shall I take a little bit of it?
Totally take it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off and dunk my head in some water. Go.
Okay, so hi everyone. First, just to remind you that we got a new Instagram, which is vagabond_chronic. And we also have a Twitter, which is at vagabondchron, all one word. So if you aren't following those, it'd be great if you could. That would be awesome.
Yoko's just posted that. Thank you, Yoko.
Oh, actually, I just want to interject and say we don't do any advertising outside of like social media stuff like Twitter and Instagram. So we sort of rely purely on word of mouth and word of text, I guess. So if you do have friends that are completely fucking geeky and are down with their inner geek, are down with their bad geek selves, please invite them to listen in and check out the Vagabond Chronicles. It's very cool if you do.
Next, we just wanted to give our nearly every episode shout out to Hidden Heroine, who has been doing some more amazing artwork, including this time round a really awesome cover for a comic book.
I liked that. I like that a lot.
We all like that a lot, and we've been talking and we've had a little idea which we're going to tell you more about soon. So,
and it's very much a moo ha 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 ha. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha 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 idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what else? Quick plug for something that I'm doing on Thursday. I told you I was going to do this.
You told me you're going to talk about how wonderful life is and that we should all embrace it. What the hell's this?
I asked you if I could talk about this.
Oh, God, I was probably distracted.
I went on the record saying this is scandalous. Tom's using this forum to plug his personal endeavours. I think it's disgraceful.
I know. It's not like, you were in Resident Evil 3 Remake, which is coming out at a discounted price on all formats or platforms or anything, right? Sorry, Tom.
Like me.
That was a really beautiful plug for something that's been out for ages.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that and Detroit Become Human, which are on discount right now, coming to Steam, and if people want to check it out, it's not like I'm saying that out loud.
What's your cut now? What's your cut?
I will neither confirm nor deny I have a cut with these products. Sorry, carry on, Tom.
I have no recollection of this.
Oh my God, we did talk about this, Tom, because I promised you that I wouldn't interject and interrupt when you were plugging. I remember that.
You totally blew it. So anyway, this Thursday at I think 9 o'clock, me and a really good friend of mine, who's a really, really funny comedian called Andrew O'Neill, wrote a sitcom together which is called Damned Andrew, and is bizarrely, through extraordinary circumstances, being produced by Neil Gaiman. And
what the fuck?
I'm doing a reading of the pilot script online on next Thursday, and I sort of like a live read through of the whole thing. And I am going to post up all the details for it on our Twitter and Instagram or whatever. But yeah, if you want to listen to it, it should be very silly and very funny. And it's about demons. It's about a guy who accidentally opens a portal to hell in his front room and releases thousands of demons into London.
So that's at 9 p.m. GMT, 1 p.m. PST, folks.
Yes,
Same time
on
as this show.
Thursday.
Same time as my show. Don't listen to his thing. It's the same time as my show.
Oh no!
I don't care, dude. Honestly, I support you. I want you to do this. Listen to Tom's show. I will take the hit. I'm completely cool with that.
I have 2. So anyway, yeah, I'll tweet something about it in a couple of days.
And I'll be retweeting it and putting it onto my Instagram as well in support of my good dear friend whom I love. You sensitive bastard.
Is it based on a true story?
Yes, it's definitely based on a true story.
Because I think that's how Boris came to power, isn't it?
Oh,
sorry.
And very, very quick shout out to Save the Moment. Quick hi to Blue Owl's Medic, who's here. We love you, Blue. Wow.
Yay!
Wow.
I got to play Left 4 Dead 2 with you and Blue not long ago. That was
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was fucking great.
Although
it was a good thing.
We were terrible. We were terrible, and we pissed someone off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get to that later. Okay. So.
All right. Good.
So, last bit of
can I do my disc?
Yeah. I was going to say
let's
do the Discord thingy, Minjiki. Now, the Discord. Sorry.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I'll plug the Discord,
The
as
Discord.
you're older than me, it seems.
Yes, it is.
Yes, we have a Discord set up. There's some amazing community members on there who chat bloody week in, week out, and don't stop ever. Because of that, I have to say apologies to Hidden Heroine for calling her a cheater at Discord. She is not a cheater at Discord, honestly.
How can you cheat at Discord? It's not a game.
Oh, it is.
But I finished it.
What have you been doing without me watching? What have you been doing? Are you gambling? Is that like a racket? Dude, I wondered what happened, why you were wearing that pinstripe suit and that big hat with a feather in it.
Yeah.
Now I know.
It's my wonderful helper Emmy. She sets all these things up, and it makes it a lot more fun. So
you're a wise guy, huh? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And we've also added today a section for campaign handouts where we'll be uploading pieces from the campaign. People can see our character sheets and anything else that's sort of related to what's going on. Maybe a world map and stuff as well, Neil?
Yeah, so any handouts that I give the players, we're going to send out into the WhatsApp world, and then y'all are going to upload it to. I know it's a lot to deal with, so tell me to fuck off if I'm trying to get your attention and trying to do that, Pete. You're going to send it up to the Discord channel so that anybody that's on the Discord channel can see the hints and tips, and also we'll be putting on the character sheets as well. We'll try and do that soon. Probably not tonight for the character sheets, but everything else will be up onwards tonight. So you can have a look at the character sheets and sort of see the sense of the world and what the rules are and all that stuff.
But yes, the people there are wonderful, and it's a lot of fun. So please come and play with us.
Internetly wise. Okay, so moving on.
No, I have no friends. Please come to Australia.
That was so beautifully awkward.
It's so fucking awkward, wasn't it? That was like dad level awkward. that was actually
just on the internet. Fun on the internet.
Yeah, just thought I'd caveat everything. Okay, I think we've done enough damage to our reputations for one day. Let's move on to the game. Okay, so for anybody new or anybody that forgets because they just block this experience out their mind every week, completely understandable. This is Warhammer Fantasy. Sorry, I'm literally speaking internal monologue now sometimes. This is Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay First Edition. In front of you, you'll see the world map, which is in the left-hand corner. That is very reminiscent of our world, with the addition of what seemingly looks like Atlantis, which is where the elves live. kudos for that fucking brainchild. So the rest of the world looks very much like Europe and Africa continent and Asia and America and all that kind of stuff, right? And we're focused on Europe essentially for the moment, which is the main map, as you can see it. There's like the top of what looks like the top of North Africa, and going into like kind of Middle Easty territory and so on and so forth. Except that it's like our world, but it's not like our world. It's based on Reformation and Renaissance period technology. So there's some steam engines and mills, but it's all swords and bows and high fantasy, which we fucking love. There is magic in this world. However, it is feared. It is reasonably rare. And unlike D&D, not everybody has ever seen magic or uses magic or any of that kind of stuff. So it's a lot more gritty. It's a grim world of perilous adventure, and we fucking love it. We are focused at the moment on the Border Princes and the south part of the Empire, which if you can just see on that map, which we'll go to the big menu in a minute, sorry, the big game in a minute, you'll be able to see it in better detail. There's a bit where the two mountain ranges intersect, and at the base of a big forest called the Lauren Forest, where the elves live. The elves live there, Tom. They live there, and they dance.
I love the elves.
You love the elves.
I do.
So that's where the elves live, well, at least some of the elves. And we are going to pick up the campaign-ish, the new campaign called Return of the Lichemaster. Where he's been, what he's been doing, whether he's been shopping, we don't know, but that's all to play and to find out, folks. So without further ado of this terrible, terrible segue, let's go to the game. Hi-yo! Okay. Hi-yo! Alright, so here we are on our table, which I've deliberately left messy, just to give you a slice of what it would really be like on a role-play game, not because I'm incompetent. Okay, let's have a look over here. Last we saw our heroes, as you heard from the recap. They were travelling up into the mountain range over here, which is Carrick-Herne-ish, and they were sort of sweeping through towards the edge of the Lauren Forest, hoping to make their way to a place called La Maison Tal. But before that happened, we've picked them. Our
Why
heroes
were we doing that again, Neil?
I don't look at me. It's not my choice, man. I'm not the boss of you. I'm the boss of you.
Who invited us?
Dr. Dasher invited you.
Okay.
So
why?
Tom, just give me like 2 minutes to sort these out.
I just want to know for story reasons.
I'm getting to it, man. God, you're like a child with a present in front of them at Christmas, like going, "Can we open it now?" It's like, no, it's 2 fucking days, child. Like, just patience.
I'm asking on behalf of our delightful audience who might also want to recap why we were going to La Maison.
I'm getting to it, man.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's so stressful. Okay. Okay, so thank you, Tom, for helping the narrative move forward and not wasting 2 minutes of my precious time. Okay, so what were you talking about? I completely lost track now. What the fuck were you doing? War Penguins. Sad Neil, that's it. We're looking at Sad Neil. There you go.
Yeah, do a picture of Sad Neil.
I've already got him. He's right here. Sad Neil.
Oh, right. Okay.
So the last time you had gone very old, weak man. The last time we saw, they were in a cave. We had the beautiful, ethereally beautiful Prancer just expire on us. Vixen and Blitzen have wrapped his body. There was a very touching moment between Tom and Blitzen where Tom offered to help. It was very touching and sweet, actually. I was going to give you more experience than everybody else for that moment. But I decided not to because I'm not that kind of god. And then we went into a power huddle to discuss where our boy should go next. They had an offer to go to the Lauren Forest to meet Carnos Priest, the head of the Carnos cult, which is like Tal in the forest. And they also had from Dr. Dasher, who is apparently an initiate monk in an order of Tal, to go to La Maison Tal, which isn't too far. It's kind of equidistant. Both places are equidistant to this point. So they decided with a unanimous vote against Tom that they were going to go to La Maison Tal, possibly maybe to help. Although Tom doesn't really know what's going on, Ratty doesn't. God, it's been 2 weeks, isn't it? Ratty doesn't really necessarily know what's going on completely. It might be a good way of leading into what is going on with him currently, because some funky things been happening, and to sort of get an idea of what they should be doing with their lives. Kind of like Sunday school, you know. It's like, well, if you believe in Tal, then everything sorts itself out. Does it? Does it really? Because I kind of feel like I should learn about accounting, and resource management and shit. Anyway, so let's move into the action. Is that good enough, Tom? Is that happy for you?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's pretty
I'll
good.
give it a second.
Okay.
I have to say, it doesn't matter that I missed the last session because I'm completely caught up now. It's,
Yay.
Yeah, you would
So
what?
easy.
Okay, so okay, fair enough. You don't have a crossbow, by the way, so get rid of that crossbow.
Yeah, it says crossbow on my character sheet. That means
Yeah,
I've got a
it's not
crossbow.
there. It's not there, man.
Cross out, cross out.
It ain't there,
Was that the
dude.
second crossbow? Or the first one?
How many crossbows do you have, and where on earth are you carrying them?
That's
It is
between
definitely
me and
that
my
one.
priest.
Right, fair enough. Okay, so Sigmar be praised. Okay, so you have your wrist crossbow, which is just a fucking cool thing that I gave you because I forgot you only had one crossbow. But the other main big crossbow is gone, sir. So Dr. Dasher has convinced you all to go to La Maison Tal. Vixen and Blixen you all decided to all sleep here, or at least for a few hours until dawn. Blitzen and Vixen are going to go to the Lauren Forest together and carrying Prancer's body. That was sort of how we left it. And you're going to make your way with the war penguins, the discreet war penguins, back towards Grunier, which is a major kind of trading town, which leads to the valley in which Frugal Valley, in which La Maison Tal sits. And then you're going to try and rest up and get your bearings, really. Yeah, so we're going to do some narrative flashing forward. So Vixen and Blitzen make their way out. Vixen and Blitzen sort of make their farewells. And they say, Vixen comes up to you and goes, oh, she's from Marienburg, and Dr. Dasher is basically Sean Connery, right? Is that how we left it?
Yeah,
it
he's
was,
from
yes.
Marienburg.
Right, okay, so he's Sean Connery, she's from Marienburg, so she does have a kind of... Oh, by the way, we should mention the accent thing. All right. So, there are many accents in this game, badly interpreted by all of us. The main accents you'll hear are German-like accents, because if you look over here, this is kind of like the Holy Roman Empire period of Germany. They're not German accents. Angela Merkel is an avid listener to the show, so again, Angela, thank you. Please stop sending those Bockwursters. We don't need any more, and it is a bit fruity. But these are faux accents that sound like German or Dutch or Scottish. They're not actually Scottish, German, or Dutch accents. Just want to clear that up, just in case we offend many, many people on the show, which we do.
Or Welsh.
Or Welsh. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Yeah, Welsh. Yeah. Do you only have Welsh listeners? I think we would get away with that one. Anyway, so these are accents that are like old worlder accents that sound similar but aren't actually those accents. Are they buying this, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. Mainly do your Sean Connery, because it's pretty good.
Dr. Dasher. He's quite dashing. He's actually dashing by name, Dasher by
Well,
accent.
he was from Marienburg.
He was originally, but we got so fucking confused. I settled on Sean Connery, which seemed like the obvious
fair
choice.
enough. Okay, now it's making
So
sense.
Vixen is from Marienburg, and she has it. She has a Dutch accent, yeah. So she comes.
Crazy.
I'm going to regret this. So she comes out and goes, "Listen, lads, once I get rid of, once I help my sister, I'm going to come and find you at La Maison Tal. I was thinking about 2 weeks." And this is terrible. I should just stick with the original accent. Vixen sounds like an idiot.
That was good, but
Really?
carry on.
I don't think
Carry
it's a
on.
good idea.
Just carry on. Carry on,
I'm not
Bubba.
sure.
Come on,
I'm backing out of the accent. Okay, she comes
Oh,
up and
boy.
explains to this is a terrible idea. Explains to you that she's going to meet up with you at La Maison Tal. She whispers into, this is only for Bondo's, only for Ziggy's privilege. So everybody else will know this, but your characters don't know this. She whispers into Ziggy's ear, look after Ratty. There's something about Ratty that Blitzen is interested in, and just look after him, all right? I'm going to do some homework. And she says homework as in, like, with an ironic sense, like homework. And just look after him. I'll be at La Maison Tal for 2 weeks, okay? There's a certain sort of respect between Vixen and that she has for Ziggy that is kind of like a brotherly sister, like she's the elder sister kind of thing. Like, she rips on him quite a lot, but he's also a warrior, and I think she respects that. You missed that, Steve, because you haven't listened to the fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it. I caught up now, though, so that's fine.
Wow. Okay.
I like that's it. He's done it. So
Jim, can you move your massive, massive hand away from where I'm trying to look? Because, like, nobody can see anything but your
yeah.
massive hand.
Sorry, it's been there
Fucking
for like
normal.
10 minutes. I haven't done anything with it.
Literally just hovering there. I don't have hand envy because mine is so tiny compared to everybody else's, because it's like my hand. I don't know how big your hands are, but mine's tiny. But it's just fucking enormous. So, yeah. There you go. Slap away. Slapway, slapway,
Yep.
slapway, 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 slapway. Sorry, I really need to get back to it. Squirrel. Okay, so so Vixen, get the fucking hand away. All right, so Vixen says that and gives you a sort of like a big slap on the shoulder, Ziggy, in a kind of in a reasonably respectful warrior way, and she walks off and goes to the sort of like the thing that Prancer is lying on. I can't remember what it's called now. Like a little, what's this called?
Bed?
A bed thing, yeah, with sticks on it. I don't know.
Cot.
A cot. Well, it's not a cot. Well, anyway,
No,
whatever
one of
the
those
thing
things
is,
you drag.
the draggy cotty thingy. Okay.
Yeah.
Stretcher.
Blitzkin comes up to you all, and very quietly, she's been quite shaken by this experience. She goes, "My friends, we've only known each other for a long time, but thank you for getting us this far. Thank you for doing what you could back with Santa Claus's camp. We'll meet again, I'm sure of it. When and where, I do not know. But I hope and wish you farewell and long life." And she sort of coughs. Unlikely. All right. And with that, she sort of holds up her hand in like this elven, I don't know. It's not a Vulcan thing because that would just be completely ripping it off. But it's kind of like a farewell motion from an elf. Yeah, that's it really.
I'm gonna, as she retreats, I'm gonna say, "We are always at your service, Fräulein Blitzen." Click my heels together.
Make a sycophancy check.
What is my sycophancy
pretty
stat?
high.
Would that be?
Pretty fucking
I
high.
think it's pretty wounds. It's pretty wounds. Yeah.
Pretty wounds. Okay, so you make a sycophancy check, immediately pass it. She sort of looks at you, rolls her eyes, and then she goes up to Ratty and touches you on the forearm, and just says, "Thank you, Ratty," and just gives you a tiny little peck on the cheek, and then just sharp inhaled breath.
I can't believe that's the first time I've ever had any such of a. I'm basically I basically have just folded into myself in absolute agogness at that. Like,
You're
yeah.
a dog.
Yeah, this is the first time any
human.
Rat's not a big hit with the ladies in his village.
Yeah, he's not a big hit with the ladies.
Mainly because he was, he did magic, and everyone thought he did magic and lived in a hedge, So
yeah, sure.
It's called a travois, by the way.
For him.
Okay. I feel this is like a bigger moment than it actually is. I was expecting like Siggy to come in and just like drop everything and just like pounce on you and just like wrestle to the ground and start hitting you repeatedly, but that didn't happen. Okay, so with that, Blitzen turns around.
That would make him really,
Ziggy just internalizes everything, and and one day his rage is gonna
He's just explode and just scream, "She kissed you!"
I'm much cooler than you are.
Yeah, it'll be in the middle of some fight with a dragon where you really need to focus, and Ratigan will like, "What the fuck?" And you'll be like making some spell, it'll just dissipate because he's like, "What?" All right. So with that, the two elves move because this bit isn't working too well, and they leave towards the forest. You've decided to rest up. You decided to get on the road now. Dr. Dasher is going to take you there, but Dr. Dasher comes up to you as they leave. It's very solemn and very quiet moment. Dr. Dasher goes, "Listen, I don't want to rock the boat or anything, rock the sleigh, but these two over here," and he sort of thumb points towards the two war penguins, "might be a bit of a problem. They're not exactly good-looking stige, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying as many words with sht in it. I realise. Sorry.
Did you go like the Dutch accent?
No, just like loving the economy. By the way, everybody at home, folks, this is Ziggy. This is Bondo. This is Ratigan. This is Teddy. This is Dr. Dashing Dasher. Cool. So yeah, he's just
that thing, by the way, is called a travois.
Okay.
Yeah,
a little late, but thanks. Okay, travois. Thanks for that. How many hands?
And the travois gone.
So travois gone. It's out of it. All right. So these two wander off into the forest. What do you? So with that information, I don't know if you're going to do anything with that information or not. Maybe just move the thing along because it's dying a little bit. What are you going to do?
the war penguins obey anybody? Is Bondo in charge of Normandy?
You fucking didn't watch it, dude. You lying sack of shit. You have
That's
no
what I
idea.
confessed. I said right at the beginning.
I thought it was like a double bluff.
That.
I thought it was a double bluff. I think it was like,
No.
I didn't watch it. You know, wink, wink. Of course I watched it.
No intrigue with me. No,
Fine.
what you see is what you get. So who's in charge? Is it me? Who's in charge of the penguins? Because whoever's in charge of the penguins is going to have to,
Bondo's in charge
no.
of the penguins.
Bondo is, yeah.
You were
Bondo,
definitely there when
Bondo,
they
maybe.
basically looked at like him and went, "Mama." You were there for that moment, dude.
Yeah.
How many
That's
hands?
what I
How many
thought.
hands?
I wondered if something.
Oh,
Go away.
Fingers everywhere.
Go away. All right. So what are you gonna do, folks?
So, Herr Bondo, what are we going to do with these magnificent beasts of yours?
Bondo doesn't it rightly know. I don't want shot of them, but I understand the concern. The strange-looking beasts, but
Is
what
that
can you do?
is that barrel really there? Because they probably could fit in the barrel and we could roll them around.
They're
No,
just
the barrel.
loose.
Well, okay, fine. The barrel was the sleigh, but because I couldn't, there's no way of
Okay.
animating that. So okay, fine. If you want to
fair
draw
play, fair
the
play.
thing, there you go.
Okay. Mm.
We just haven't
Is-
named these fucking
perhaps-
things either.
Perhaps there is a big body of water where they could run free and fish. And
Oh my god, are you gonna
live
throw
their
them in a sack
lives.
off a river? You're gonna throw them off a bridge in a sack? You fucking
No sack.
bastard!
Just
No,
put
they're
them in
in
the
a
river.
barrel.
Enormous tin
Penguins
barrel.
fine.
You don't get the feeling that Neil's giving Steve a hard time just because he didn't show up for one episode.
Absolutely not.
yeah,
How
It's fair
dare
enough.
you?
I
Yeah.
went. Yeah, no.
A little bit rough on.
This is
I
Neil's
went-
whiplash moment, is it?
I went to a public school. I'm used to teaching by humiliation. It's fine.
Yeah, join the club.
All right.
So, but yes, clearly these are a great asset. But we are not, as you say, equipped to carry them unless we travel by river, and we could design some kind of amazing river barge pulled by these wonderful beasts. But I think they're inland. For some
I mean,
time.
they were literally going as fast as
A horse.
They were going as fast as horses when we were getting away from those goblins.
Dr.
They-
Dasher, who's been sort of like listening to you and wandering around the cave, looking quite a little nervous, says, "Listen, whatever you're going to decide to them, maybe we should just stick away from civilization for a while, hug the valley, as it were. I know Grunier we have to pass near, but we don't have to go into Grunier apart from supplies. So let's just get a move on with these, whatever these things are."
I agree. I don't want
Are there hedges where you say we should be going?
He looks at you. He looks at you.
Are
just-
there
he looks at you with a cold, hard stare for like 5 seconds, and then just jumps into the sleigh and just sits there.
Well, I'm perfectly happy then. I take that as a yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to say, are you fellows familiar with MacGyver? He is a wonderful folk hero in the parts of the world I come from. Where he I'm sure would have bolted some form of barding to these penguins and disguised them so that we could go about by day
gonna
as if they
fucking-
were our trusty horses.
You're gonna spend the entirety.
familiar with MacGyver.
Are you gonna spend the entirety of this session just like working out how to cover the fucking penguins?
Yeah, and then we're going to burst out A-Team style out at the end of the adventure and win.
Doesn't that mean that every single hit roll you do will not actually hit anything, just scare them slightly? Because they used a lot of fucking ammunition on that show. They didn't kill anybody, like at all, like ever.
Yeah, the worst shot in history.
Worst shot in history.
Shells in the shape of horses.
All right,
That we
cool.
just sort of put over their heads.
The cabbage can.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I could walk alongside with some coconut shells and make the noises because their flippers don't more flop. And well, you want a clippity clop sound for the horse
I'm
bits?
getting flashbacks from Monty Python.
Dr. Dasher, at this point, Dr. Dasher leans over the side of the sleigh and goes, "Will you get a move on?" Screams at you. All right.
Wonders where your accent's gone.
I'm so angry my action went out the window to be for clarity.
Stop, it's not ready yet.
Right.
Oh.
Obviously, Bondo will hitch up the penguins for now, and
All right.
then I think the plan is to release them somewhere in the body of water.
We're not releasing them.
No.
We have these two beasts of chaos.
Well, that's a judgment, and we're not a judgment kind of people, really. Dude, you know?
Nature
I'm gonna
versus
style, I
nurture.
reckon
We're
we
going to
style it
nurture
out.
them.
We've got to style them out.
Why not?
Yeah, I think they need to go and live their lives in their own particular way somewhere. Nice.
Okay.
Are they both boys, or are they boy and a girl? 'Cause do you think we could make eggs? That's what I'm thinking.
Bondo's not going to try and find out.
Okay, you're going to try and eat the offspring of these chaos beasts. Good luck with that, folks. All right.
No, not to eat, to raise as a flock of, as a sort of a flock of, I don't know, penguins.
Steve, are you trying to unleash a horde of penguins on my fragile world? Because I've allowed you this much, and I think no further. All right, folks. Well, anyway, you decide to hitch up the fucking thing, and you take out the wagon, and you start making your ways reasonably quickly. The war penguins have actually self-healed, which is a marvel. Both of them have had a reasonable amount of fish to make them go, kind of like batteries, I guess. And they start off a reasonably hooting pace. Jim, if you can start prepping penguin sounds, just because you never know.
Oh, where's my phone gone?
Thank you. You start making your way up. So I was going to do a little kind of mappy thing for you. So here is like the kind of like the valley walls, which eventually become mountain ranges. Well, actually, it's all mountain ranges, really. You come out of the valley, which is turned around like this way, and you're here where the X is. This is the start of the Lauren Forest, which is massive and far too big for you to even comprehend. And over here is Grunier. So where the others were heading was somewhere in this point. That's Vixen and Blitzen. And over here is Grunier, which leads to La Maison-Tal, which is I'm writing like I'm using the opposite dominant hand, but there you go. La Maison, you get the idea. La Maison-Tal, which is here. So you have to pass through Grunier, which is the G, into La Maison-Tal. Wow, is my computer drunk? Okay, so that's sort of the idea, and you're going to be making your way up. It's going to take you about a week to go this direction. And there are some settlements around, but basically Dr. Dasher is suggesting that you've got some meager provisions, not much, but you could get to Grunier just about, and then if somebody quote, dashes into Grunier. So it was terrible. That was a terrible, terrible bit. Dashes into Grunier to pick up some supplies with the meager amount of money that you have, which is probably what you all have on you right now, which isn't a huge amount by the looks of it. You can probably make it to La Maison-Tal, which is still another 40 miles from Grunier. That's sort of the basic plan. Hoping to God that you don't come across, to whichever god you believe in, that nothing comes out of the darkness to eat you, I guess, is the usual thing.
Is Grunier in Bretonia, or is it still in the old world?
That's true. In fact, we can look on the big map. Grunier is in fact here. So here we are. This is Carricknorn. This is like where they're coming out of is just by here. That's the Lauren Forest. In actual fact, there's actually a gap between Lauren Forest and the Grey Mountains, which is this mountain range here. And if we go further north, around here-ish, like around where Wissenburg is, a bit north of there actually, is roughly where La Maison-Tal is. So you're actually in Bretonia. Which is news to all of you, because none of you probably ever set foot as far as this. Possibly, well, the gnome can't remember. So you're in a new country. Now, unlike our shitty world, where you have fucking visas for everything, which is... Let's not get into that, actually. So anyway, you don't need a travel visa to go into another country, you just arrive, okay? The good old days, I believe they used to call it. So you can venture into Bretonia, and Lauren Forest is here as well, which is its own world, and Bretonians tend to be very respectful from what you understand them. They're very chivalrous. It's all about knights and things.
There's a little bit of elven blood in the Bretonians, which is why they tend to be nice with the elves.
Yeah, that's also true, isn't it? That's actually law, I believe. So yeah, there is a sort of like mixture of that over thousands of years.
And they make great cheese and bread.
Incredibly racially stereotypical, but yes, they do actually make very good cheese and bread.
They only buy their own carts.
What?
So I'm very happy to pop into Grinnell and pick up some cheese and some, whatever.
Some stinky cheese.
Well, we've been on the road for some time eating. I don't know what we've been eating, but I think wasn't it arrow soup, the last major meal that we had?
Yeah, in fact, you've been scraping off the soup from Ratty's cloak for the last day or so, just to nibble on.
That's a weak. just boil it. Just boil up my cloak. And
You got to squeeze it out first, Tom. All right. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, cool. We should probably also address the XP bear in the room. That you all have like 300 experience points, and I always ask you about doing a bit of homework and doing like catching up and stuff. I dread to think if anybody has actually taken my advice and worked out what the fuck they're going to spend their 300 experience points on. So this is a character percentile based game. There's characteristics like weapon skill, which is out of 100, and there's things like strength, which is out of 10, for instance, 10 being the maximum. And each career path adds extra attributes and also extra skills. So they can learn things like spells, they can learn things like skills from each other, from people that are willing to teach them, or they can increase their profiles. We're going to upload the profiles, you see what I mean, later. And yeah, with that, let's go around the room, starting with Teddy, I guess. What are you spending your mighty 300 experience points on, sir?
So 300 gets me 3 advances, is that
That's
correct?
3 advances to your profile, or 3 skills if there's a way of you learning it. And you've got a week, so you could learn a skill from somebody else. If
so
they
we're
want to
basically
teach you that.
powering up while we travel.
Kind of, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Learning what you've learned in the last like hardcore week of adventuring with all that danger and combat and whatnot, and ingenuity.
Sort of soaking into our bones.
Exactly, yeah.
And
Soaking into the marrow, much like the soup has.
Every
right.
career has its own advanced profile as well, so you can't just take anything. I couldn't just take 3 attacks. For
Yeah,
example,
that's true.
could I?
You can't just take whatever you want. You have to follow the career path, and each career path is kind of roughly designed to reflect the kind of experiences that one might have as, say, a troll slayer or something. So yeah, what are you going to do there, PD?
So I'm going to take 10 in ballistic skill because I've been using my
Yes, that's true.
slingshot.
That makes sense.
So what will
10
that go up to? What will that go up to, Pete?
47.
No, a mighty 47. Not bad, not bad. Okay.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Pretty good.
I'll take my dexterity up by 10 to 43.
Okay.
And I'm going to take an extra wound because I only had 4 to start with, so
That makes
I need
sense.
to be a
And
little bit
this
more robust.
The experience has really toughened the shit out of you, because before now
Yeah.
you weren't really used to like this hack and slash kind of
No,
this
not
thing,
that,
this
of
rock
a
and roll
town,
lifestyle.
sort of before.
Yeah, okay. So that's
Yeah.
okay. That makes total sense narratively. Thank you for being a good role player. Good role player. Aren't you a good role player? Good role player. Under the chin. Under the chin. Good role player. Yes, you are. Yes, you
Yeah,
Dude, I'm not
make your leg flick up and down.
dog.
are. Okay. So that's Teddy.
Quite weird.
Just let us go weird. It's fine. It's late in the night. Okay. Next up is Ziggy, Corporal. Ziggy, how?
Corporal Haltman. Well, he has done a lot of roughhousing it in the last week, so I've taken mainly sort of. I didn't think I'd done much to improve my fellowship, for example, in the last
I would say so. I'd say it's
few
fair.
days. Yeah.
I mean, you tried to be smooth with the ladies.
That's true.
Yeah.
You've learned what
And
doesn't
did
work.
fail.
You know what
Tried
doesn't
and
work.
died. Exactly. I've got this long list of things. I'm just going crossing through it. You know.
9. Do not ask
nope,
about her
that don't work.
hairstyle if she hasn't changed it. 9. Okay.
So that's not worked out very well. So anyway, I've taken plus 10 to my weapon skill because
You've been hacking and
whooping
slashing,
ass
so.
and taking aims.
That's
That's right. I didn't
What is it
take
now?
any
What
ballistics.
is it now?
I now have a mighty 45 weapon skill.
Tasty.
Yes. I increased my wounds because I got beat up a bit.
Yeah, that's good.
So I've now got 7 wounds, which actually I've got a little thing I can click on now, haven't I?
You do
7,
have a
6 to
clicky thing.
7. Sweet, dude.
Yeah.
And I've taken plus 10 initiative because
Yep. Sharper, wiser.
because I'm flat on my feet previously, and I want not to be like that. So, do you want to change the little in the corner? It says Ziggy 36. I'm now
That's good.
46 there.
Nice. Okay, lovely. So that
Okay.
is now a thing I can't do easily, so I'm just going to do this. Whoop. Okay.
Cool.
Groovy. All right.
And that's me.
All right. So who's up next? I believe next. Oh shit! Hang on. Just gonna rewind time.
Literally.
Hold on to your hats there, folks. Just gonna rewind time. Nope, I completely fucked it. Nope, that's actually worse. Shit. Okay. Fuck. Okay. So let's. I'm just gonna do it again. It's just far easier. Oh, help!
Neil broke the table.
I broke the table.
Neil
Okay,
broke
so
the table.
oh Christ! All right, talking about myself. So okay, so who we got? So we got Teddy first. What's Teddy on?
Ratty.
I am on 73.
73. Then we have
Ziggy on 46.
46. I'm going to stop there just in case anybody else decides to, fuck with the program and move the initiative around. All right, that's fine. Okay, so you're on 46. Sir, thank you. And that means your second attack is therefore not going to be this. It's going
21.
to be... Yeah, that's right. It's going to be...
23.
21. Who's doing Neil
is
maths?
on second attack.
42 divided by 2 is 21.
Cool, got it.
But I've got 46.
Ah,
Yeah.
that'll be why then.
Yeah, so your second attack is half your initiative. It's called effective initiative, which means as opposed to just taking 2 blustering attacks in one hit, you have to wait like a few seconds, which would make sense in the real world, to take your second attack very quickly within that 6-second period. Okay, so next up is... that's everything, right, Ziggy? Yarp. Okay, next up is Ratty, I guess. I think it's Ratty.
What do you mean? You get?
I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been months. Okay, so Ratty, what's your initiative? Now are you increasing it?
Yeah, it is me next. It is. You got it right. You got it right.
Cool.
I'll give you a clue. It's the same order as we introduce ourselves at the
I
top.
have no memory of that whatsoever. What's your initiative, sir? And are you increasing it before I type anything in?
My initiative is 26. I'm not increasing it.
Groovy, thank you.
I'm going to add 5 to my intelligence, which would take it up to 38.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to add +1 wound, which would take me up to 8 wounds.
Wow, nice. Sexy.
Damn.
Damn.
And I'm saving 100 points for reasons which I will disclose as we play.
Fair enough.
So-
That's entirely fair. I'm just the games master. What do I need to know? Okay, that's fine. So, that's cool. Okay, Ratty. So that's cool. You got 100 XP in the bank, and you have slightly improved your intelligence in a way that is workable and yet not that helpful for a normal conversation. Good. Okay, so last up but not leastly is Bondo. Hello, Bondo.
Bondo, right.
Bondo. What's your initiative?
Okay.
Sir?
Alright, Bondo is going to take stock and is going to improve. I'm going to go with add to my weapon skill, 10 points up on weapon skill.
Okay.
What will that take it to, Jim?
That'll take us to 52.
Wow!
Fucking hell.
Nice.
I want to be taking names.
But you have like
Right.
you have like gnat strength. You have like strength of a small gnat. You're like 2 or something, so you can hit.
That's a really good point, actually. Okay. Can't really add half a point, can you?
No, you can't add half a point, sir. That's insane. It's a fucking dice. It doesn't. It's not
Yeah,
like-
true. Okay, so do you know what? I'm going to add a strength point instead.
Oh, don't
Sod
do that.
the sod that. So I'm going to go for a strength of 3.
Okie dokie.
Adding 1 point to my strength, and I'm going to add a. If Steve will teach me, if Corporal Hauptmann will teach me, strike mighty blow.
What?
Well,
No, that wasn't doing that. Was that? God,
What's your
I've
initiative,
lost
Bondo? Just very quickly.
My initiative sucks. I'm leaving it exactly as it was. It's 23.
Oh, wow, so actually he gets to move before you. That's right. Okay. Ziggy's is also second attack. 23. And
Yep.
then your terrible, awful initiative is also 23. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, we're sticking with the terrible, awful initiative. So I'm going strength 3, and
Okay.
I'm going to add a skill from Dr. Dasher, and add a. What was the other one? Was it bombs? Yes, I'm going to learn to make bombs.
Okay, so you're going to study that manual. So here's the thing about learning skills, especially if you're learning it yourself. You have to make an intelligence test to pass to learn the skill. You've got a week to learn the bomb manual. So and you got a manual which came with the bombs conveniently, which you were handed by Dr. Dasher. So you're going to make an intelligence test now to learn specialist weapon bombs and how to make them, how to keep them, how to throw them. Overarm, not just underarm, fancy throwing. So if you want to roll these 2 dice here, so what's your intelligence, please?
My intelligence is 30.
Okay, so you've got luck, damn your eyes, which can add +10 if you want. I know, right? So I'm going to add +10 to your roll. Sneaky fucker. Ooh, that's a big fail. Alright, so 81. So you're going to spend that experience points, and you're not going to understand quite what you need to understand. So you can't get that skill. However, the next time you try and learn it, you will get an additional bonus because you failed this one, you'll get a +10 to your intelligence. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, now what medical skills can Dr. Dasher hand to me? I already have heal wounds. What else has he got?
Oh Christ, yeah, I had to make a fucking character sheet for him because he was so popular. Didn't want to make one for Frankie, regret that. So let's go.
Hey, he'll be back. I
He's
reckon.
a fan favourite. Okay, so let's go
Yep.
to Dr. Dasher's. Okay, so Dr. Dasher, who's being a little coy about his skills, because you don't want to look, he's not letting you look under his skirt or anything. Okay,
You'll have to pay money for that.
yeah, I know, right? He can't teach you anything like scroll lore, because that would take like months and months and months of study. And he can't teach you like other languages and stuff he's got. So relevant things you could teach you are cure disease, heal wounds, possibly herb lore, and identify plant. You'll get a bonus to your intelligence to learn them. However, this has only been a week of traveling, man. So I'm going to say you can give it a big bonus to it because he's actually teaching you. However, you may not be able to learn it automatically. Okay.
Okay, here's the thought. I
identify
already have heal wounds.
Yeah, you
Can
do.
I get an improved heal wounds? So like my rolls are better.
No, you can't. However, I will give you a bonus to learn. Man, this is like really admin heavy today, isn't it? Fucking hell, where's the
sorry,
comedy?
man.
We've got to do this. Sorry, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a bonus to learning herb lore or identify plant because you've already got or cure disease as well. So you can
I've
learn
got
one of
cure
those.
disease already.
You got cure. Okay, in which case I'm going to give you a bonus to herb lore or identify plant if you want to learn this from him. That's cool. So I'll give you a +20
I'm a
to intelligence.
pharmacist. I'm going to go with herb lore.
Yeah, that
Could be
makes sense.
useful.
Okay, so identify plant's quite useful as well because you can identify which herbs are which. So herb lore +20 onto your intelligence because you've got a teacher and you've got kind of comparative skills, if that makes sense.
Okie dokie.
60, is that going to be enough?
So 30 plus 20 and a 10 for luck.
Oh, you lucky fucker. Okay, so so he teaches you
Squeeze it through the door.
Yeah, he sort of writes down a long list of herbs and he goes through them, and you sort of feel like you're taking 2 steps back with 1 step forward until you sort of realise that actually there's a commonality in how he's classifying them all, and it actually makes sense to you. So he's written down a huge list of all these different herbs and what they do and their properties and stuff, and you manage to work it out, and you've got this book, this notebook that he's given you as like a crib sheet, and you feel pretty confident that you could use something. You could find the herbs and all that kind of stuff and actually make sense of it. So yeah, you can now go and put down herb lore as a skill. Well done. So that's 200 experience points. What's your last one for, sir?
Let's see. Last one, so I've done strength,
That's 1.
done herb lore,
Oh,
and I
that's
already
it.
spent 100 on the
that's
failed
everything.
bomb thing.
That's it. So that's your lot.
Yeah, that's me done.
Cool. Is that everybody? Pretty sure, right?
Yeah, you did it. You got
Phew,
there.
thank God. Let's get back to the comedy, folks. Let's talk about Ball Ripper or something. That was intense. Okay, so you spend a week traveling up this valley, learning these different skills, or buying your time in mystery. Tom, I'm looking at you as to what you're going to do next. You find the town of Grenier, which Dr. Dasher takes Ziggy. You manage to sort of keep out of in fact, actually make 1 drive test, please, Jim, to see if you can, when you see people on the road, if you can kind of avoid them or at least very quickly navigate around people, hide behind bushes and shit.
Right, drive cart is against which particular
that's
skill?
dexterity +20 because you've got drive cart.
Dexterity I have as 40. So let's have a look.
Yay.
54. So what was it? 40 plus what?
20.
Right, okay, I've passed.
Okay, cool. So every time you sort of see people coming along on the road, or it's not really a road, it's more like a plain, you manage to sort of get out of the way, and you manage to find a route through that doesn't take you too close to people, so they won't necessarily get a peeping on what you're creeping, if that makes sense. Wow, where did that come from? All right, so you get closer to Grenier, and Dr. Dasher gets out. It's going to cost each of you about 3 gold crowns to sort of supply up enough for the trip from there all the way to La Maison Tal. If anybody has a request, I guess they could ask Steve to see if he can get it, but quite frankly, there's only 2 of them carrying back quite a lot of food for the penguins and for you guys as well, so there's that.
I have only got the dressing gown on my back.
That's entirely right.
So I've been picking berries. And I'm very happy with that. Thank you very much.
So you're just going to offer. So everybody puts up 3 gold crowns. You just plop 3 berries into Dr. Dash's hand.
3 berries and a mushroom as a little tip.
Okay, cool. So you plop down 3 berries and a mushroom. He just looks at that and just chucks it over his shoulder. He goes, anybody else?
Hey, those were good berries.
Okay,
and I go after them and pick them up and polish them.
The berries are rolling down a small hill, which you can't quite pick them up. So you're sort of like now staggering behind the berries. I'm going to draw it. So you're going to stagger behind the berries.
Noodle and Mr. Spidge after them.
Oh, very clever. Way to roleplay there, sir. Okay, so Noodle and Mr. Spidge make a very quick work of finding the berries and mushrooms. They grab them and they squeak in delight, and then they scurry back up to your dirty bathrobe. And
hey, berries recovered.
Yeah, you go to get one of the berries, and like Noodle slaps your hand away and starts eating it, and just looks at you like, my berry.
I ran for it. It's mine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's fair enough. They did fetch them back, so that you can have them, boys. Go on then.
Okay, so everybody else.
When it comes,
and then then I turn back to Siggy and go, and that's my share of the money. That's my share of the food money.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Bondo needs me.
I'll see if I can trade these in for. But by the way, what is it that the ball penguins will require? I'm guessing they like cheese too, right?
Fish for the penguins, meat for Bondo.
Fish. Okay.
Get them confused. I don't like fish, and they don't like mead.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Fine.
So you can buy some fish and mead in that order, combining the two into a delicious broth. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. All right. So everybody just whack in 3
together would be absolutely disgusting.
Okay. So are you all chipping in the relevant money?
Stop! No, let me talk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
From some of the stealing that I did, I've got a pen, some jingly bags,
Yeah.
a candelabra, a copper necklace.
Where the fuck did you get a candelabra from?
That's the toll one. When
that place. God, yeah.
It wasn't bolted down.
Wait a second. Isn't that technically sacrilegious? I'm going to just do something. That's technically sacrilegious.
Completely.
All right. Let me just have a little quick secret roll. Did I say that out loud? Okay. Okay. Fine. So you got a candelabra and some other shit that you pinch from a burnt out, massacred church. Fucking hell, that's dark.
They weren't going to miss it, were they?
Exactly.
All right.
It was. I was saving it from fire.
Sure. So we're going to do now, dude.
But yeah, I don't even know what's in those bags because we never got around to actually checking them. I don't know if you've got any sort of notes yourself.
Absolutely not. So let's make it up on the spot. You have. Do you have evaluate, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
No, I don't.
All right, fine. You find 2. There's actually only 2 like little gems in the clicky bag. They just click together quite a lot. You don't know what they are, but they're very, very shiny.
Shiny.
The candelabra seems to be made out of gold, but you have no evaluate skill, so you don't know if that's true or not. What else is it you got?
There was a copper necklace, which
the copper necklace you're wearing.
Well.
Yeah, we're wearing. Which the copper necklace you're wearing. So that's that. And
Santa Claus's pen.
Oh, that's highly magical, isn't it? It's like a pen that never runs out. Isn't it? No, it's invisible ink. It's like a joke pen.
Was it?
It's a joke pen, yeah. It's invisible ink.
Right.
Funny to the friends. Wow, wow, the people of the Empire with your invisible ink. No, it's just a normal fucking pen. It's a fountain pen.
So,
but old world.
You said it was silver or something.
It's actually going to be. I mean, you don't know. You can make an intelligence test, but really that's just bogging down the game. So you think it's probably going to be. It's so fancy, it's probably worth something, but you don't know how much because you can't evaluate.
So I'll give Ziggy. So try these instead, mate. Take that in. Here's a candelabra. And here's a pen.
Okay.
And you can go with those. And we'll see if we can trade those in instead of...
I'm not a pawnbroker, but...
Who wants the whip round?
Yeah, just whack him in the middle. I'll put him on Sad Neil. Sad Neil's going to eat him.
There you go. Sad Neil has
3 gold crowns, I believe I said.
Does anyone actually...
No.
We're just going to try and...
No. Look, I can make him eat. Look, watch this. I'm going to do it with a barrel. Look, watch this. I can make him eat. I can see it. And...
Sad Neil consumes all.
Yeah, he does. He's like the eater of worlds. Hang on a second. I'm having too much fun. I'm sorry, we're playing a game. Let's go back to what we're doing.
No,
Let's
you're
just
right.
do the
Actually,
house.
you're not having my money. You're not having my stuff. You can have my money instead.
All
You're
right, fine. So everything in Sadmeal, and he's going to eat the gold crown. Jim, you need to cough up one more gold crown, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, use 3 gold crowns. Sadmeal sees all.
Did we actually earn any money for? Oh yeah, everyone died, didn't they?
Everybody died.
Many people, including the guy paying us.
Yeah, including the guy paying you. Yeah,
Only
everybody died.
temporarily.
Next time, get paid up front, right?
Yeah, it's just a shame that the thief amongst you didn't find the cash, huh? I'm not blaming you, man. I'm just saying.
I left it, didn't I? What was the problem?
You did leave.
Because we were attacked by hundreds of orcs.
Coward.
What sort of priorities?
All right. So you have just about enough money. If you want to put yours in, please, as well, Steve. Thank you very much.
Is that like actually physically take the stuff out? Yeah.
Yeah, physically take it off because you basically in your little secret places because you can steal off each other and stuff. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you can, and you can lie about what you have in your possessions and whatnot. So you know that's the thing. So you can do that. So basically, I'm not revealing to anybody other than our lovely, wonderful, intelligent, and upbeat audience what's actually going on inside your
and don't steal stuff because I'll just get blamed for it. So come on, guys.
Okay, I won't steal anything. Okay, so all right, so you so go to Grenier.
Is the plan that I'm just going to turn up there with sort of like assorted bric-a-brac and just go, give me all your cheese and fish?
Basically, yeah. It's going to be real stinky cheese, dude. It's like proper stinky.
Cool. I do like me some stinky cheese.
Stank cheese. Proper stank on that cheese.
This
sounds like a great plan. I will go forthwith.
Okay.
I'm going to actually, just as he's heading off, I'm going to run up to him with a handful of more berries and just say, and here you go, this is so you can get yourself another crossbow. And try
get yourself something nice. I'm patronising. That extra +5 in intelligence now are giving you the power of patronisation. I like it.
I'm actually going to be really touched by that because I know how much his berries mean to him.
It was genuine. It was a genuine.
Absolutely.
I wasn't intending it to be patronising at all, Neil. So
he's genuinely given me his most valuable possession there. Yeah. So okay. Fine. Am I success? I mean, are we going to role play me going into the town, or are we going to spare
Absolutely fucking not, dude. Nobody wants to see that. No one's got time for that.
Herr shopkeeper, what have you?
Whatever you want, just take it. It's here. It's in supply. Cheese, fish, right? You look like a man who likes cheese and fish. Yeah, I think I got you covered.
I'm going to walk into the shop and I'm going to say, "Do you take candelabras?"
Yes, I take candelabras completely. This is the one thing that I've been missing. I've been telling my wife that I've been loving a nice candelabra made of gold. And you have one. Perfect. Let's do a deal. Yeah, great. Now get on the fucking road. Let's go. Okay. So, yes, you managed to get your entire body weight of cheese and fish into a sack, which is slightly dripping, but otherwise carryable. Dr. Dasher has gone off for a couple of supplies, like medical stuff, and says, look, just meet back here in 10 minutes, top, shall we? Just going to grab a few things, medicinal value, you understand. And you see him head off to the pub with the rest of the money.
He's going to drink all that money away, isn't he?
And about 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, he wanders out. His bag is definitely like jiggling and chinkling around with the sound of like small glasses inside his bag, like bottles and things. He sort of comes back, wipes his like little mustache, and goes, "Oh, let's just go on the road."
Oh, drunk Sean Connery's good.
Right?
I like it.
I know. The shoes are going to get completely out of hand.
I hitting the lady folk.
Right, so
are we starting bar fights?
We're not doing bar fights. We're doing that later. You have a penchant for that, I realise. We ain't got time for that. Let's move on.
I feel we haven't had enough bar fights yet.
Oh, God.
Haven't been enough bars.
Do you want to go into the fucking bar? Is that what you want? This is a whole campaign. You dodged the whole cave thing, like the big cave thing that was there.
I was going to say, why That was a thing last week, and then the cave disappeared. And we
because the cave wasn't really the most interesting point that you could do. And I realised that it's taken you 10 fucking chapters to get through a tutorial mission. We should probably move forward. So the cave disappeared overnight. You don't know what happened to it. You heard the sound of mournful bears, and then it just disappeared. It was a cave-in. There you go. It was a cave-in. Kind of like a love-in, but with more rocks. Okay, so that's what happened. All right, so
sounds lovely.
It sounds great. So that didn't happen. Okay, so you managed to like scamper back out of Grenier. One thing you notice is that word spreads fast, and clearly, like you don't know how it's happened, but there's lots of talk about unrest in the Empire. Mutants are on the rise, apparently. There's lots of sightings, and this might be just Bretonian propaganda, but it feels like very much like there's lots of problems in the Empire that are more than just the usual problems of crime and villainy and whatnot. But that there's been mutant sightings, and even there's some whispers that the heir to the Emperor is also a mutant and has been taken away from public view and is in hiding now. So you'd hear lots of gossip and stuff, none of which you can verify, and it all sounds a bit far-fetched. But still, it gives you a sense that returning to the Empire may not be such the hot potato idea that you hoped for. That doesn't make any sense. Hot potato idea. Can we go with that? Can I get a ruling?
Yeah, we'll just that's great.
Yeah, it seems to be the hot idea it thought was originally.
All right, there you go. So yes, so that's what you hear on the way back to the sleigh. You manage to come back, much to the hooting cheers of the two penguins that are straining at the bit, trying to get to that fish, or maybe the mead. Who knows? I don't know if you're going to feed them or not, but let's not get into that either. The mead fish. Dr. Dasher goes, well, I think we pushed our luck enough. Let's get these beasts of whatever the fuck they are on the road.
These beasts, these Arctic birds.
Arctic birds? He's sounding a bit Icelandic, eh? Oh no, a bit Canadian now. Let's get these penguins, eh? Okay, let's just we had trouble with this last time, Steve. You're back. This is gonna get worse. All right, let's move forward.
Okay.
All right. So, anything else that you want to do on the road to La Maison Tal?
Nope. No, I'm quite happy to just take in the scenery and arrive at Maison Tal, I think.
Groovy, sirs. Okay, so I'm going to upload something to the WhatsApp group, which is going to show you the route that you're taking into the Frugelhofen Valley.
Can I just
do you want me to put it in the Discord now?
I can't really off what I'm doing.
If you want me to.
Huh? Yeah, okay. I'd like you to, please. I'm going to send it to the WhatsApp group, if that's cool.
Yep.
I popped Tom, you're a bit quiet.
Oh, I was just saying, can I also... I just wanted to say, on the way, one of the things that I'm doing that people may notice that Ratigan is doing while we're traveling is just I pick up little objects that I find, whether it's like different leaves or stones or little bits of, little bits of metal from the cart, and I'm just sort of playing around with them. Okay. And sort of sometimes people will see me and I'll be sort of sitting cross-legged, focusing very intently, for instance, on a little nail or a screw or something.
Okay, sure. You're not entirely sure why, just sort of one of those things you do, right?
I know why, I'm just not telling, it's narrative.
No, I'm sorry, I mean Ratty doesn't really know why, he just sort of likes doing it, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I sort of sometimes get strange little feelings from these objects, like they're speaking to me in little ways.
As you do that, like Ziggy's just watching you, so you're speaking this out loud to nobody in particular. He just sort of turns away with his eyes open, going, "Oh my god." All right. That's really funny in my head. What the hell happened? Sorry, folks. All right, so okay, you're doing that in the back of the car. If nobody else is doing anything,
It's a very professional map, Neil. It's a very professional map.
Well, I'm driving the cart, so I'm kind of busy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're heading in.
I'm going to give Bondo the instruction in the rudiments of how to hit things really hard.
Oh yeah, but he hasn't got enough experience to do that, eh?
I know, but I'm just laying the groundwork.
Oh my god, you're teasing him? Wow.
No, it's not teasing. I'm laying the groundwork. It's a foundational course.
Me, but I have no ability to take it in. I'm interested, but unfortunately,
for some unknown reason, you just can't get it. You smack this hard, yeah? What?
Just hit it really hard.
About,
Okay, cool. So after 3 hours of speaking slower and louder at the gnome, you sort of give up. And you realise that he's just not getting it. That this idea of smacking something harder is just not sinking in. So anyway...
Where are you from, Al?
Okay, so you lot are currently... This is like the Frugelhofen Valley, just here. It's a little amazing... quickly, badly drawn, thought out map. This is the Frugelhof Valley. There is actually a long, the Frugel, which is this this large river, goes up towards La Maison Tal, which it bisects. It's about 40 miles away, which by horseback is about a 12-hour journey. So you've got like half a day to kill, basically. You do know for a fact there is apparently like a Talite shrine somewhere, because Dr. Dasher told you that. That's somewhere like equidistant. It's basically like a refuge point for you all to get to if there's like a big storm or something like that. Not that that's going to happen right now or anything like this. So anyway, that's sort of your direction you're going in. There doesn't seem to be anybody following you. Nobody saw the wall penguins or got suspicious. Occasionally you see people on the other side quite distant, either walking or riding, but you're so far away there's no real danger of them getting a good look at your penguins. That sounded rude, didn't it? A good gander.
We should camouflage the penguins, shouldn't we? Like,
sorry?
paint them to look like horses or something.
You're painting them to look like horses?
Well, it's an idea. Hey, I'm not saying it's a good idea.
You're going to dye your penguins, is that what you're saying?
Build some sort of
I'm gonna
guarding
paint
either
the
side of the
penguin.
penguins that looks like a horse, so you can't see the penguins behind.
Okay, cool.
That's an even better idea. Thank you, MacIver.
Just
That's what
dye
we do,
them
right?
brown.
Thank you,
Is that what you're suggesting, Pete?
The dye penguin browns just look like a turd.
A waddling turd. Terrifying in battle.
No. I think we use Jim's idea and just get cardboard cutouts and pin them to them.
All right.
If
Cool.
I saw a penguin,
What's
could
that?
we
It
not,
smells awful.
could we not like adapt some kind of war horse armor or something like that?
Yeah, barding. If we can get barding over them or something.
Man, that 300 experience really went to all of your heads, didn't it? Yeah, we can create this like amazing mecha. We can make it Mecha Godzilla armor for the penguins. Mecha penguins. We can make them Mecha penguins.
Hurrah.
300 experience points, folks. Just saying. Okay.
Each.
Oh yeah, sure. Each.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's 300. That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay, so as you start, like, you're discussing this long into the journey of how you can mechanize, whatever that means, the penguins and hide them. By the way, a rider runs past reasonably slowly, then suddenly looks at the penguins. The penguins try and snap his head off, and he just bolts really quickly. None of you notice that, not even Ziggy, and it goes flying past you. As you start talking, you realise that the wind has suddenly like whipped up, and actually there's a storm brewing very close overhead, and you're pretty much exposed, heading towards La Maison Tal, and obviously without real much warning, with some warning but not much, the heavens open up, and suddenly it just becomes this torrent stream of rain and wind, and there's even lightning flashing around. It's pretty nasty weather, and you're sort of like riding straight into it, basically. Dr. Dash is like pulls up. He's actually got this like really cool traveling leather coat thing, which has got really high neck, like a crazy high neck up to his ears, which he sort of like assembles from the jacket and pulls up into a garden, puts his tricorn hat on, and just sort of hunkers down into the cart. And do the rest of you have any such weather gear? Did any of you buy any? No? Okay.
I stand up.
Is there
I
any
stand
tarpaulin
up.
on the cart?
No, there's not really. They took the tarpaulin and ripped it up and made it into something to carry Prancer in, if you remember. So, because none of you watched the show, you don't know. So that's what they did. So sorry, Tom. What were you saying, man?
I stand up and welcome the rain.
Yeah, it's the
glorious rain!
So
It means you'll actually get a wash for the first time in 4 weeks.
nice. Okay, so that's what you do. Whom else is doing following the idea?
I'm gonna stare at the penguins and notice how the water seems to run off and marvel at nature's ability to create natural oils, and then I'll start thinking about how I might harvest those oils in the future. but that's as far as the thought takes me at this point, while I'm getting wet and rusty in my chainmail.
Nice. Okay, wicked. And so as you start like dreaming about nuzzling into the wall penguin to steal its precious oil, Teddy, what are you thinking about?
I'm just pulling my hood up and hiding under Ratty, I think, while he's being an idiot. Who can be
Brilliant. So you're going to use him like a windshield. Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might give you 5 experience points bonus to the end of this one for that. That's pretty intelligent. All right, so Bondo's just being Bondo, I'm assuming.
Hunkering
driving
down
the
and
car, so he hasn't got much
we're
choice.
driving into the rain to try and find some shelter somewhere.
Okay, fair enough. So everybody, apart from Teddy, I'm going to say, can you all make a toughness test, please? Which is your toughness, which will be like 3 or 4, I imagine, or 5.
Cold. You're going to give us fantasy cold.
Yeah, I'm going to give you fucking fancy colds. What of
Quite
it?
the Lichemaster with cold. That's the twist for this part of the adventure.
It's like, what? 41, that's probably a fail.
Fail.
70 is a massive fail. Okay, Tom, come on, roll. Come on, Tom.
Where's some D10? All right, there's some D10.
What's the
Right.
worst that can happen, Tom? Go for a roll.
I roll.
58, that's a fail. You've all got colds.
Damn, I failed.
You've all got colds.
Yeah.
Neil, you do know that you get colds from viruses, yeah, not from.
This is a
from
world of
rain,
high
yeah?
fantasy. You think your bumpkins will know that?
Fine.
Okay?
Just saying. Okay, it's fine.
You bumpkins don't know that shit, man. So as far as you were concerned,
So our own belief gives us a psychological
That's exactly how colds are made.
Talking.
Yeah, but Ziggy's not a doctor, man.
No.
Wait,
That's
are
true.
you trying to break my fragile dream world? You besmirching my fantasy world.
No.
Yeah, good. That's what I thought. So you've all got colds. Tom's got the biggest cold of all of you. It's so bad that he's just snotty, breathing mess because he stood up in the rain and held his arms up. That's how that works, Tom.
Actually, that toweling dressing gown is going to just be soaked through now.
You know
isn't
what? It is now
gonna take-
completely soaked.
It's going to take a long time to dry out.
But at least he gets the soup out, right?
Okay, so
I've been living in the head.
all right, so all of you have colds. You can temporarily minus 10 off your fellowship, and you have uncontrollable sneezing every now and again. So every now and again you'll break into coughing and sneezing.
So no
fits.
stealth.
Yeah, basically. All right, so yeah, that's the only thing that really happens to you, just minus 10 of your fellowship. Okay, cool. The wind is getting even fiercer, and the storm is actually really becoming quite bad. All of you now have colds, apart from the hunkered down halfling, which is an accidental alliteration, who's hiding behind the idiot. So as you get further and further, it's getting darker as well, as it was kind of like late afternoon when you hit Grenier. Late morning when you hit Grenier, so it's getting towards the evening now. You do see in the distance a welcome light, and it looks like this is the refuge, the tower refuge that you've been told about. So there is like a kind of way station for people to be able to hide in against bad weather, such as this.
Does my birthmark start glowing again?
Well, you won't tell me which butt
Magically
cheek
heal
it's
my
on.
cold.
Oh man, this is weak. You're gonna pray to your new god that you only just discovered like 2 days ago? Is that what you're gonna do?
I've been marked by him. I've got a birthmark of him on my butt, and it glows when I'm in his presence. So I feel like
And your funky
it should have some other beneficial effects. You
I
know,
don't
maybe
want to like high fantasy shame you or anything, but that's a bit of a stretch.
could it not be like Lemsip? It just clears up my cold.
Lemsip suppressant doesn't cure. All right, you know what? I'm a benevolent being, so I'm going to give you a 10% chance to call out to your god that you've only just discovered with rituals that you don't even understand yet, and pray to it.
Can I have another 10% because I live in a hedge?
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
good.
dear,
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Yeah,
I'll give
Really
you.
used to getting rained on.
I'll give you 7% because you're basically like had the fortitude to just stand up and take the rain like a good Talite. Like a good Talite would.
Yeah, that's
So 17%, sir. 17% chance of your new god hearing you.
I'm rolling.
That's a fail, sir. Sorry. I was really
What?
willing that was a 17. That would be great.
Oh, damn, it's 60.
So
Damn.
basically, you go, "Oh, great!" And each time you try and say the word "tal," you sneeze. Okay, so that's how it's going.
Okay, that's fair enough. Like, if I'd rolled a critical fail, a lightning bolt would have hit me.
You'd be dead. You'd be out of the game. We'd have to change the entire campaign probably. So yeah. So you're. In fact, I would stop this entire channel. I mean, like critical fail. It's all over, folks. That's it. We're done. Okay. So
The other one- that's actually a better name for this thing is critical fail.
Critical fail.
In honor of critical
Okay.
role.
I'm pretty sure we can
Fail.
get taken to court for that one, folks. But anyway, let's find out. Let's not find out. Okay. So
No, I've got word from Angela. We're fine. We're fine.
we're fine. Okay. Thank you once again, and apologies to Angela Merkel. So
Guys, you know it's pronounced Angela.
Who's now our
Yeah?
lawyer.
Just saying.
that's why I keep apologising and keep anglicising her
No,
name.
no, this is Angela, not Angela. Different person.
Angela Merkel.
Yeah, she's our
Angie.
lawyer.
It's actually Angie to
We
like.
went to school with Angela Merkel, didn't we?
Did we go to school with Angela Merkel? That'd be brilliant.
I might have done. Yeah.
Probably did. I might blotted out that memory quite some time ago. Okay, so this is the Talite way shrine here thing.
Blotted out, drugs. You're one of the two.
so let's move on. So,
Vagabond Chronicles does not condone the use of substances.
okay, so please, before, and dear God, we don't know how many times I have to say it. We don't have any fucking lawyers. We can't afford it. Just stay away from that stuff. All
So
right.
who's Angela then?
So,
Jesus.
well, apologies again to Angela. Okay, so this is the way shrine, because we're role playing here, folks. This is the way shrine. Your penguins are sort of like rolling because it's getting very muddy as well. So the sleigh's having a pretty hard time. The ground is pretty waterlogged. Although you're not stopping, and it's not like you're going to sink into it or anything stupid like that. It's definitely slowing down the pace. The wool penguins are straining. They don't seem to be affected by the rain. If anything, they seem to be like sort of okay with it, like sort of flapping their beaks every now and again, opening their mouths to take a drink from the falling rain. And as Ziggy saw, the skin does have a lot of protection. It does kind of roll off them. Water off a war penguin's back. There you go. That's where the expression started on this campaign. That famous expression.
That famous expression,
Yeah.
water off a water.
Yeah, it's difficult. Isn't it? It's like a tongue twister. Water off a war penguin's back.
Water penguin's back, I nearly said that.
I'm going to start using that for my voice work. Water of war penguin's back. I'm Neil Newborn, sorry. Oh man, I do work. It's not like I'm out of work. I approve this message. I approve this campaign. All right, so I'm going to give you such bad colds. All right, so you are now in front of the way shrine. What are you all going to do? Dr. Dasher has already leapt off and is trying
But
to.
why have we stopped at the way shrine? What's the
For
deal?
cover from the rain, I guess.
You know.
Can you please adopt character voices and start talking amongst yourselves? Because
Well, I don't know why we stopped here, apart from me trying to get rid of my cold because my new guard giving me a little, maybe give me a little bump up because I've been so
For God's
nice.
sake, you bumpkin. Let's get out the
Get out of
bloody
this rain, you bloody idiot.
Oh, we're getting out of the rain. I quite like being in the rain, though. You know, it's
and please
refreshing.
sneeze every couple of minutes, Tom.
I can't act the sneezes. I'm so sorry.
Damn you, act the sneezing, otherwise I'll pull the plug. I swear to God.
Bloody man.
All right, I got a cold. All right, we're gonna go and get a shower and try and get rid of these colds, are we? Then, all right. Then.
No, it's time. I'm going to do. We'll get some food done as well. I'll do some cooking.
All right, so can you move your little, before you get into that, I should point you a bit bigger actually, before you get into that, can you sort of like assemble yourself and all that stuff and work out who's doing what and who's going where and everything? Jim, I'm assuming
Gonna hitch the penguins.
you're going to hitch the
Penguin
penguins.
goes first. Oh no. Okay, do that then.
Yeah, okay. This is not big enough for the penguins to fit in, by the way. The penguins can't have to stay outside. They can't fit into this way shrine. It's not big enough.
As Steve said, they're quite oily. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they're pretty oily.
Yeah, the best place to be in a storm is under a war penguin.
Are you rubbing yourself against the war penguins? Using this as a
that's a good
convenient
idea.
excuse?
Be like a
Are
penguin.
you just gonna crawl underneath them then, Ziggy?
Yeah, I'm gonna get all Han Solo and.
Oh, no.
You pull out your sword. Start staggering towards the war penguin. Jim just goes, "What the bloody hell?" Yeah, Jim, you see Steve like just going. Now then, my little Lieblings, who's first?
I've got my smell on the inside.
You leave
Go
them
on, building.
alone, or you're gonna know what it's gonna be like to have something sleep inside you.
Wow. Okay. Is that a threat or a promise? I can't tell. All right. So Dr. Dasher goes. Listen, listen. I'm going to help the gnome. I'll find a place to hitch it. Just get inside and get some food on. Damn you. Okay. He starts moving around to the other war penguin, who nuzzles him a little bit because he's apparently quite a fan of Dr. Dasher. This is Rice Cake. That apparently the name is sticking. We haven't named the other one. That's up for grabs,
Oh, I
folks.
thought it was rice and cake.
No, Let's not overcomplicate it, Jim.
All right.
We still have to name the other penguin.
Sailed.
Right. So
Rice
anyway,
cake's good.
rice cake's a good.
Sticks in
one.
the throat a bit.
Yeah, we're not having pizza. Rice cake is good. So, are you going to help Dr. Dasher sort all this shit out? There are trees around and stuff that can. There are like trees you can hitch it to.
Nah, just outsource it to the NPC, mate. Come inside.
Did you say outsource the NPC? Jesus.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's just callous, man. All right, so you can outsource it to the NPC who may or may not save your life later, Pete.
Exactly.
All right. So Dr. Dasher goes, oh, yeah, there's a tree. We can hitch him over here.
So, no, is this place roofed? Is it like a
Yeah, I'm gonna draw.
hut
I'll draw the side of it here. So basically, it's a roofed place like this. It's like a little shrine, which is about 10 feet across, maybe a bit longer, 12 feet across, and looks to be like about 25 feet in depth. But that's about it. It's pretty. It's a small place, literally just to save you or save any traveler that's caught in a storm. This is like a mountain valley, so obviously it's like a microclimate, but not in a good way. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
There's some sort of fire pit or cooking stove or cooking area or something quite obviously marked down.
This isn't like a holiday camp, Jim. This isn't like
I know that.
there's a play area.
I don't want
to
stroll into someone's church or shrine and set fire to
No,
it.
they're like the patron of the shrine is Tal too. There's a Tal symbol above it, but it's open to any traveller. The idea is that you all know what ways, apart from I guess Ratty, you all know that these are designed to give a lifeline to travellers if they get caught in a storm, basically. And they're very common in mountainous regions. In fact, Ziggy, you know exactly what this is because they crop up all over the place in the Border Princess.
So is there a place? I think what Jim was getting at was: is there a place in there that we can lay a fire without risking?
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry, Jim. I thought you meant that. Is there like a really cool, nice barbecue, fancy, glamping barbecue place or something?
Pizza oven. That
Yeah, that's what I thought you were getting at.
Yeah.
So sorry, I jumped the gun there for a second.
Is there a tandoor in there?
I'm gonna walk in and go, Alexa, light.
It's not glamping. Yeah, this is old world glamping. There will most likely be, an area in the centre which can be made into a fire area. There's a little chimney on top, actually, which you'll see. Yeah, there's definitely going to be something like that. How fancy or how glamping-esque it'll be is up for grabs, but let's hope, eh? Hope big and plan for the worst. So, yeah, there'll probably be somewhere to cook, indeed. Who's going into the shrine together, then, I guess?
Bondle's going
Yes,
in.
yeah,
me too.
Okay, so you're going in en masse, letting the poor NPC do all the work. Fair enough. Okay.
Well, he was helping me, wasn't he? Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. I'm still out here then helping
Okay.
with the penguins.
So Steve, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Steve, Teddy, Ziggy, and Ratty are all walking in, running into the way shrine. Okay.
Yep.
I'm
going to take my wet armor off and try and dry it and stuff and get comfortable.
Okay.
Cool. And then just watch everyone else make the fire and stuff.
So all three of you walk in. The door's slightly open. You sort of thrust open the door, and all three of you sort of step in almost simultaneously. Much to your surprise, you do see a fire actually, which has already started. There was actually a light inside. But around which the occupants are surprising to say the least. There is some very tall gentlemen, which have tails, and they're wearing armor, and they little helmets and and hats. But you notice very quickly that their skin, which could be for instance, alabaster, or maybe slightly tanned, or maybe black or dark or anything, isn't that at all. It's fur, and it's all different kinds of fur.
What?
And they have really, really long ratty faces and really long ratty tails. And they're just staring at you. All of them eating or nibbling on things, just sitting cross-legged. There's a very large one in the back, which is pure white. And they just all stop and go, and they sort of mouths open like when a rat, like a rat has found some cheese and then somebody spots and goes, eek a rat. It does that motion.
Oh my days, it's some very cute rat people. Hello, my ratty brethren.
Okay, so can you all make initiative tests, please? I realise you've dropped Steve. Don't worry. If you can use a phone thingy, a phone dice rolling thing, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the rest of you make roll initiative, please.
Neil, are these Skaven wearing pirate hats?
Oh my god, you fucker! What have you done in Discord? What are you trying to get me to do?
I'm just asking the question. It was
okay.
talked about yesterday.
Okay.
I failed because I'm so busy greeting the cute rat people.
Yeah, okay, so you failed, that's fine. I'm just going to get back to you,
I
Pete, in a
failed.
second. You failed as well, and you've all failed. Okay, you're all surprised. Okay, so we have to address this thing.
I'm not surprised. I'm not there.
You're not surprised at all. In fact, you knew that the pirate hat question was coming. Okay, why would Skaven ratmen, of which most of you have never seen ones, you don't even know what they are, be wearing pirate hats, Pete?
Because they're pirates?
They're pirate rat people.
I feel there's more to this story, Pete. I feel there's like...
Because of the day.
It feels like some kind of diabolical promise to the devil that you've made. Why are they wearing pirate hats?
It can be pirates too.
Hidden made some bizarre choices and decided that the Lichemaster was all wearing pirate hats because she was drunk or tired or something. And
That's pretty
therefore-
presumptuous, Pete. But
And yesterday was International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
And there was that as well. So,
Yesterday
the
was.
pirate thing.
Yes.
went
so
a
today
bit
is
crazy
not
in the
International
Discord.
Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Depends if you're in Australia.
That means it's tomorrow. If he's in
Yeah.
Australia. Okay. So tomorrow is what? International Talk Like a Postmaster
Well, no, it
Day.
probably still is out there. I know. Hang on, which way does it
It's
work?
International
it's
Talk Like a
South
Pirate
America,
Boxing
so-
Day.
Okay, so Pete, because you've got yourself, by the way, Pete, you've got yourself.
Yes.
I'm gonna take your
Yes.
nose, and much like a naughty doggy. I don't know if people still do this or not. I'm gonna rub your nose in it. I'm gonna rub your nose in that little pirate hat.
And,
Okay.
Right. Hidden
don't-
heroine
don't-
is being quite clear in that she was not drunk.
There, thank you very much. That was
There you go.
that was supposition. That was not based on anything concrete. So,
Okay.
Pete,
I-
I'm gonna make you eat a pirate hat.
Well, apparently that's why the Skaven have got the hats. They ate pirates.
Yeah,
And they
so,
like the
so
headgear.
everybody is surprised, apart from this Skaven over here. And this Skaven, quick as a flash, without thinking, grabs the pirate hat that they're having on their head and charges towards Teddy with the aim of stuffing it into his mouth. So let's roll for that rat man. Okay, you asked for it, Pete. You got it, buddy. Okay, so that is
didn't ask for it.
Oh
I
man,
did not.
I'm gonna lie. Should I lie, people? I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so basically, this rat indeed does stuff the pirate hat into your mouth. However,
Well, dodge blow.
lucky for you, no, you're surprised. You can't do shit. Lucky for you, it doesn't do you any damage. It's just quite surprising. The rat then takes 2 steps back and then drops its mouth open like the rest of the rats, going, "What was that? And what are you? And what's? Oh shit!" So now you have a pirate hat in your mouth. You happy, Nappy? There. Here's like the pirate
Yes.
hat sticking out your mouth.
I'm overjoyed.
I'm going to
gonna
draw
wear that
you. These are
hat
your
as well.
cheeks,
I'm
by
gonna
the way,
fucking wear it.
stuffed with pirate hat. There you go. Happy?
Yeah, extremely, actually.
Okay. All right. So
We're all happy.
I know you look like a little mouse. I'm going to draw your ears. There are your ears and your little hair.
I've got nipples. What?
No, as you know.
Other way around.
That looks like a really hot jelly bean dancer, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, this is a terrible idea. All right, anyway, so you got a pirate hat stuffed in your mouth. That was weird. Even for me, that was weird. Okay, so... that was weird. So you're all surprised. So everybody just stands and does nothing, including the rats, apart from the one rat that stuffed a pirate hat for no reason whatsoever into his mouth. New round. You're all in initiative. Bondo, you don't hear anything, by the way. Do you have a cute hearing or anything?
Let me have a look.
So, Neil, I take it that me greeting the rats with open arms has not gone down well. How have they reacted?
I think the thing is you're quite surprised by the fact that there are a whole bunch of rats in there.
Actually not.
So I'm going to say that you went like that and just stopped. Does that make sense?
No, I've told you what I did.
Yeah, but you're surprised, sir. So surprised means you can't take or do anything. You're quite vulnerable. And not only that, but the ratmen are also quite surprised. All of you are surprised, apart from that one rat that stuffed a hat into his mouth.
Oh,
So you just went, "Hello," and like that. And as you stopped, you just went, and just didn't say anything. It is a new round, and you all have initiative, including the rats. So you're no longer surprised, basically. First in order, I'm pretty sure, is actually going to be Teddy. So what are you going to do, Teddy?
Do we know what these things are? You say we've never seen them
You've
before.
never seen one, but you can make an intelligence test very quickly to work out what it is.
Nope.
No, okay, you have no idea what this thing is. It looks like a ginormous rat in people costume, in people clothes, pretending to be people, sitting around doing what people do, which is sitting around a fire talking with their chums. You have literally no idea what this thing is. And the big white one at the back is... Yeah, shump. Okay, shump. Wait, was it... Weren't you doing like Billie Jean moonwalking or something like that?
Oh, this is just
or something like that. You way out of it.
Let's
Okay.
move back
Hee hee,
into the
that's right.
round.
It's a hee hee moment. So you're going to hee hee your way back. Okay, so you hee
he's
hee
not
out of
legging it
thing.
again,
Yeah, he's
is he?
totally legging it. Okay, so...
Tactical
Tactical withdrawal.
maneuvering.
I'm so sorry, tactical. You're quite right. That was
Frequent tactical.
very
withdrawal.
presumptuous. So next in is going to be Ziggy actually.
And I'll call for Bondo as well when I'm doing that. Bondo!
Okay, you can
Bondo,
run out the
get
game.
over
Bondo.
Bondo!
Okay.
Right, so do I think, I mean, these things are obviously some sort of abomination, aren't they? I mean, they look like halfway between a rat and a man. Yeah,
As a good true right-wing Sigmarite, I think you can say that with some certainty. There are spores of chaos.
Fine.
Does
So,
that allow him to realise they're rat men?
Yeah, sure, why not, man? The least of your troubles is identifying rat or rat men, but yes. This is
okay,
true.
so I'm going to try and sort of take up a defensive position in front of Teddy. Was Teddy gone out of the room altogether?
So you take a defensive position in front of Teddy and go, "Don't worry, Teddy. I have your back." With Teddy, you realise he's not there.
About 5 yards in
Well,
front of
I'm
Teddy.
just going to stand protectively in front of the rest of the party, however that works.
That
so, like,
constitutes Tom. That's literally
Okay,
stand in front of Tom.
I'll just stand in front and I'll say, "Stay back, you vile abominations!" By Sigmar's whatever.
By Sigmar's balls.
By Sigmar's balls,
Swinging
you'll not
penis.
win this day. And yeah, so I'm just sort of taking up a defensive, but I'm not sort of waiting to see what they do because there's more of them than there are of us. So tactically, it seems.
Oh, so you're not going to attack
Poor
them then?
No, I'm just gonna sort of take up a defensive position, as
Okay.
I say, sort of ready my sword and shield, and yeah, and see what they do.
Okay, cool.
You can hold your initiative sort of thing. Can you?
He's got initiative. He can drop back. He can drop back in order. So you could,
what I mean.
unless
Can
the
you do
round goes and you don't do anything.
I don't want to start shit in an enclosed space with 7 people. I don't know anything about it, so I'm just gonna sort of take a step back. I don't know what it means mechanically, but I'm happy however
Yeah, it's
you
fine.
interpret
You can delay your turn. I'll allow that in this game. That's cool. You can delay your turn and just sort of make ready. So if somebody does attack you, you can have a pop back. It'll tell you what.
Okay.
It'll cost you 1 attack to delay your turn. Does that make
That
sense?
sounds fair.
That
Yeah,
sounds fair,
that's
right?
right. Yeah.
Okay, so you do so. Okay, Ratty, you're not going to get a chance to speak. Okay, the big white rat man steps forward. Dr. Dasher sort of hears this, by the way, and turns around but doesn't do anything. And Bondo, you're a bit slow-witted, so you're not going to do anything right now anyway. But you have heard Teddy stepping out saying, what are you saying? Ghost? No, sorry, rats? Something like that.
No. Bondo, get in now. Get here.
Get in now, okay.
Help.
So whilst you're doing that, the white rat steps slightly forward and is immediately flanked by these 2 rats here. The other rat sort of takes up a position here, and these 2 sort of like fall into what looks actually, Ziggy, like to be quite an ordered line. Make a mental note of that. Whereas the white rat steps forward and just says,
Stay. Man thing, hard talk, no fight, Skaven, die quick. Go now, live long.
like that. Can you hear any of that? Does that make sense? Or is that just garbled nonsense? Okay.
So stay still, man thing, hard talk, no fight, Skaven, die quick. Go now, live long.
That's what it says.
Gonad? I got Gonad.
Right, so it says, fuck you, Pete. So it says, stay still, man thing, heart talk, no fight, Skaven, die quick, go now, live long. And from now on, if you can't understand it, that's your fucking hard cheese, isn't it, mate?
Cheese.
Oh, cheese! That's a good idea. I've got loads of cheese.
Fuck me.
Yeah, you'll make the rats really farty. Great.
All right, so you've got a bag of cheese. I'm going to tell you that you had a small pouch of cheese on you, just because, you know, that was all you were
Oh, I
eating.
really wish I had some cheese right now.
Was that Tom or Ratty?
There's Tom. All right, so that's what the Skaven does. The other Skaven aren't doing anything. Ratty, it's now your go.
It is my go. So I'm feeling in my pockets for cheese.
Cool.
Desperately.
Desperately looking for cheese. Did you preload your pockets with cheese? That's probably a likely thing to do.
Unfortunately, all I've got is these berries. But I bring out the berries and I bring them forward. I present them to the rat people.
Can you move yourself to where you're going to be?
I ain't got no cheese, but you might like to nibble on my berries.
Okay, so with that innuendo aside, you step forward next to Ziggy and proffer your cheese to them. Okay, so you do that. Cheese, like berries. Okay, one of the Skaven sort of half steps forward and goes,
"Now eat fruit, man thing. Eat flesh."
and then shows you its teeth and roars. It sort of roars at you like that at you and shows its fucking enormous incisors and front teeth. It's like a big rat basically, and sort of brandishes what looks to be like a halberd in its hand. These things are, okay, Ziggy, you know very quickly, you don't have to make an intelligence test, you very quickly see these things are fucking armed to the teeth. These are like hardcore fucking rats, man. They're wearing like full plate. Some of them have like half plate armor on their shoulders and very dark red tunics and things. I mean, they're naked, but because they're fucking rats, right? But they have full plate armor on their shoulders, and they have like these very impressive metal helmets that look very well made, considering. So this is weird, you know, very strange.
So, Herati, I think we should maybe follow in Teddy's footsteps and perhaps withdraw. This is not a good tactical position. I'm going to sort of put my sword arm out and gently try and, push him sort of backwards towards the door and back slowly that way myself. Okay. But I'm not gonna go without him. So I'm going to sort of push him backwards. If he resists, and I'll stay with him.
Okay, Bondo, very quickly. So Teddy's come out. You can sort of hear like inside the hut. And you also hear like Ziggy's voice ringing out. What are you going to do, sir?
I'm going to stick my head around the door and see what's going on.
Okay, you pop your head round.
Hello there.
You pop around. Now you instantly recognise these things. These are called Skaven. You don't know why you know what they are. By the way, somebody's got their speakers on or something, folks. I can hear my voice echo. Sorry, Tom. That might be you, sir. I think. Anyway, so you stick your head around and you see that there's a whole bunch of Skaven in there, and they're brandishing weapons and they're looking menacing, and they have currently, although you're not there, so that would make it even, I guess, they're currently outnumbering Ziggy and Tom. They look like they're about to attack, and these things are vicious. You don't know why you know what they are, but you know that these things, they're like practically creatures of chaos. They're to be killed on sight, and they're highly dangerous.
Swords?
Sorry?
Are you telling us that they're pulling swords?
They're not pulling swords. They have weapons out. Some of them didn't have scabbards. They just have the weapons which they're holding in a menacing manner towards you. So they're all brandishing weapons and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
If they had halberds, they probably would have picked them up from the ground or got them from leaning against the wall. So they'd be ready to roll.
Yeah. So they're pretty much like out. And this looks like a bad situation, Bondo. Bondo rushes in. Sorry, what are you going to do, sir? What are you going to do?
No, Bondo surveys at the moment. Bondo is...
Bearing in mind, you haven't heard what's been going on inside the hut, okay? Just bear that in mind if you're role-playing.
But I've seen that there are rat men in there, and I take it I've twigged that they're quite well armed and armoured for regular rat men.
They're definitely armed, and that's enough really to take in at this moment. What do you want to do, sir?
Ziggy, you want to get out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm trying to very slowly retreat towards the door, but there's a gnome standing behind me.
Yeah, you hear this again. You hear the white rat kind of say,
"Go now, man thing. Go. We kill."
Make an initiative test, please, Ziggy, with your dashing new great initiative.
Oh yes, here we are.
Any initiative.
That's a fail, right?
Fail.
Alright, you can't quite tell the body language of the rat, but its tail is like swishing up and down, and it's like making little shuddery movements every now and again.
So I'm going to say, Ratty, I think we should probably go. I think these particular woodland creatures do not want to be your friend.
Let's go for a new round. So Teddy, what are you going to do, sir?
I'm getting back onto the cart.
Oh!
Dasher looks at you and goes,
What the hell are you doing? Where's the meat? You're halfling, aren't you? You got some like food or something. What are you doing?
Dasher, there's bloody beasts in there.
He goes, what?
Okay, so he starts stomping off. He's already hitched the war penguins. He starts stomping off towards the doorway. He looks at the Skaven, and he goes. He looks and goes, wow! And he sort of does. Well, ratmen! And he sort of starts fumbling with his holster, and he looks like he's about to draw his pistol.
Oh, he's got pistols.
Yeah. New round. So, Teddy, it's your round, sir.
Yeah, so I said I've gone back into the cart and pulling out my sling and ready in case anything bad shit happens and comes out.
Okay, from this side, if maybe from the back of the angle, you might be able to get like the first couple of Skaven if you're lucky shooting through your friends. You could theoretically do that.
I'm hoping that they realise it's a bad situation and sort of jam the door from this side.
All right, cool.
That side.
Okay, cool. So that's what
Choke points other way.
Okie dokie. Okay, cool. So next in order, I think, is Ziggy. So Dr. Dasher is behind you. You can hear him like screaming and shouting, like, "Oh Jesus, Ratman!" like that.
What did Ratty do last turn when I was trying to push him backwards towards the outside?
Berries.
I tried to give them berries.
You tried to incentivize them with berries.
Okay.
I didn't have any cheese, did I?
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Berries it was.
Okay. So I'm going to more forcefully sort of push Ratty towards the door. So come on, Ratty. I think this is not the time for us to be playing cheesy, mousy.
Okay.
Oh, but you know that cheesy, mousy is one of my favourite games.
Are you standing firm, Tom? You're not moving.
So it comes a point where you must abandon your friends when you realise they're idiots. I'm sort of
moving with him, but I am sort of still holding out the berries and looking at them like, come on, take the berries, boy.
I'm gonna grab his dressing gown cord and sort of pull him backwards towards the door.
Okay, you do so, and as you sort of do so, you put him back. You hear this,
Enough time, no more talk.
like that, and this thing just screeches, and all of these Skaven start screeching, and the first three just launch themselves straight at you. Obviously, you weren't moving fast enough, I guess. Yeah, you're in combat, folks. Let's go. The first two are going to attack Steve, and the other one is the last one, the one that stuffed a pirate hat. By the way, Teddy, you didn't roleplay the fact there was a pirate hat in your mouth at all.
You can put it on now.
You said it failed to get in my mouth, didn't
No,
you?
I said it pushed it in, it just didn't do any damage to you.
Oh,
Bad roleplaying, man. All right, so anyway.
I'll lose that 5 for hiding.
I think we should workshop what it means to have a pirate hat in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get to the bottom of the whole pirate hat thing.
Steve, don't go there. It's a family channel.
Fine. Okay, so these ratmen are going to attack you. They're going to have initiative on you, folks. All right, the first one attacks Ziggy, and it's a miss. And the second one attacks Ziggy, that's also a miss. The third one, these are like the B squad of Skaven. All three of them like slash towards you, but because you're already backing away, you manage to sort of like half jump and half push Ratty back and get yourself out of the way. So although you're in combat still, none of them make contact. You notice the other 3 or 4 are not actually advancing; they're just sort of watching. I guess it's now Ratty's go. Actually, Ratty, what are you gonna do?
So what? They're all coming at us, yeah.
The first 3 are, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. All right, then no berries for you, and chuck them over my shoulder. And
is that an action?
Harsh.
Yeah.
No,
it's not. It's a free action. It's fine.
Instead of an action.
Oh, by the way, everybody's wounds is back onto full. I should have said that from the top. Everybody's wounds and magic points are back to the top. Okay.
Yes, and then I'm going to whirl at the nearest one, and with my staff.
Okay,
and
cool.
Try and clock it round the head.
Bam, like that. Okay, so roll your weapon skill, please.
My weapon skill is 38, so I got to get under 38. Let's do this.
You have the beach
All
to
my
your
rolls have
shine,
been
Tyler.
terrible so far.
20.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. Take the dice of damage there, sir.
The dice of damage.
Right.
Is this a D3? That's a D3, isn't it?
There's one
Hang on.
next to the ones you just threw.
All right. Okay. Here
Pete
we
was
go.
caressing it a little bit.
Come on.
I think it's been. This doesn't do anything mechanically. One. Well done. Okay, don't try and grope the dice. It doesn't do anything.
Group that up.
Okay, so how much is your strength, sir?
4.
4. Okay, so that's 5 points of damage on this shielded. I'm going to say the shielded Skaven thing. So you manage to you give it a good thwack, and it just catches your staff and its shield. These things do not seem to be just bestial animals. They seem to be trained, or at least they know how to fight. It catches your attack, and nothing happens. So it just manages to take it and just screeches at you like that. Cool. Okay, I guess that's your go. Bondo, these things are now attacking. In force. Ziggy, you're not going to get your second attack because you were taking an action instead. And Dr. Dasher is... move out the way, you lumbering bastard! He's trying to get a shot off, apparently. Bondo, what are you going to do, sir?
Can I get into that doorway with them?
Yeah, you can probably shoulder barge past Ziggy. You might push him out the way somewhat, but you could do that, yeah. You can make it a charge attack if you want.
Right, okay, I'm going to make a charge attack, shouting.
Which one, though? Which
I'm going
rat
to
you
Rocky.
What?
I'm going to be a charge attack, shouting.
Rocky.
Nice. I don't know what that means, but it sounds fucking
It
hot.
is the Dwarven for dirty Skaven.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ooh,
You've been
very
doing your
good.
research. You see that,
Has a lead.
Steve? See that, Steve? That's somebody that cares about the roleplay. They care about
What's
my
that?
world.
They do.
Okay.
Yep.
So you sort of smash Ratty out the way.
Yeah, that was Steve very patiently not rising to your.
Patience of a doctor, who knew?
He passed his tolerance check there. Thank you very much. All right. So as you get smashed out the way, Ratty, like literally shoulder barge out the way in this attack, can you make a risk test, please? Which is a 50-50 chance of taking a wound because you bang your elbow really sharply on something.
That's what you get if you care about Neil's world. You get a risk test to take a wound by walking.
And there's no modifier, so your toughness and armor does nothing.
Now the bitterness is kicking in.
Yeah. Roll it, hedge boy. 92. That's definitely a fail. Okay, take one wound because you get tennis elbow from being barged by the gnome. Yeah.
Sorry.
And it never heals.
It never ever heals. So you're on 7 wounds, I believe now. Okay. All right.
Order a splint online.
It's okay. So Bondo, you can take an attack on this rat. Ratty is safely elbowed really harshly on his elbow out the way. So roll your attack, sir.
Yay!
Oh, you 32.
I
Okay,
win.
nice. That's a hit. Roll your damage. 1. What's your strength?
Strength is now 3.
Amazing. So that still doesn't do any shit. So again, this masterful shield master rat whips its shield up and just catches your attack again, and absolutely fuck all happens. All right, so I guess it's a new round. You do notice that the white rat is turned around. These 3 are now completely shielding it, and this white rat is making this noise, and it's sort of waving its paws around, and it has a little staff in its paws, and it's just doing that in the background. Dr. Dasher is still, for the love of God, move out the way, and he's trying to get an aim a shot, which you can't. Ziggy, it is now, no, sorry, Teddy, it's your go. There's lots of signs of fighting and calamity going inside, the usual standard of affairs.
Shaking my head at their lack of tactical.
Are you playing with a yo-yo or something?
No.
Okay.
Come on, let's go back them up then, because obviously they're going to do something even
right.
ridiculously stupid. So I'll go stand next to Dr. Dasher and say,
because
Christ, these bloody idiots are so tactically inept.
Because you're
Move back to the doorway, you muppets.
Yeah, because you shout that out in very London, and thank you for going back to very London accent. I do appreciate it. You can't see anything because they're much taller than you are.
Yeah.
But you shout, "Get away from the doorway, you muppets! So fucking London." And they don't know what they're going to do. Okay, so that's that. It is now Ziggy's go. Ziggy, your first of 2 attacks, sir.
Right, so I'm going to just none of them have been injured at all, have they? So I'm
No.
just going to take. Are they all armored the same? These ones? Is there any obvious
they've
difference
all got
between them?
basic shields.
Right,
They don't have any.
fine.
The helmet ones, the really armored ones, are at the back. The one in the middle
Okay.
has a halberd, but the other two have shields and swords, but they don't seem particularly armored. Whereas these three are heavily armored. The ones next
Okay,
to the
well,
white one.
I'm going to attack this one then on the end of the line. Okay. Right.
Make it
so,
show.
Right, here we go. I'm rolling the dice.
Ooh, a critical hit.
Nice.
Booyah.
Double damage. Okay, so folks, anybody that doesn't know because they're up to speed,
Another
01 to
that's
05 natural roll or is a critical hit. 96 to 100 is a critical miss and a critical fail at that. So 01 to 05 means it's the stuff of legends, this legendary moment where this person did this thing, and stories were told of it. Whereas 96 to 100 is Schadenfreude time, and you just get to laugh at the ineptitude and possibly death of somebody doing something really stupid. So this is a good thing. This is amazing. So you get double damage, sir. So you get to roll your damage twice.
I rolled a
and then-
1.
Okay, so roll it again to add your second bit of damage. If it's a natural 6, oh, so close. So that would be a critical hit. So that's 6 points of damage plus your strength, which is
4 plus strike master blows 5, so it's 11. What does my spider sword do, Neil? I've never
plus
really
1.
understood that.
Gives you
Just
plus 1 damage. Yeah. this
So
is
I've
true.
got 6, so that's 12 damage.
Wow. Okay, you're going to kill this thing. So you can tell us how you kill it. That was pretty fucking hot, man.
DPS boy.
DPS boy. Okay.
Yeah. So the thing with Ziggy is it is just sort of completely unshowy and unimpressive to look at, but very competent and effective. So he just sort of would smash the guy's shield to one side, his guard down, and just stab him in the neck, and then just turn to the next one without sort of even sort of beat of emotion while the thing dies in its own blood and phlegm.
Very cool.
Next.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, next. Cool. Okay, so you do so, and the Skaven next to it just looks at you and goes, and then just tries to swing at you with the halberd. So that's your go. The next up is the Ratties, not to be confused with our Ratty, the best Ratty of all. So these two rats then took a strike. This thing critically fails, so I'm going to give you a free attack on it. So this thing screeches at you, swings its halberd round, but drags it on the ground because it's going to go for like an uppercut, and it completely misgauges the hit and leaves itself completely defenseless. So you're not going to get a free attack, sorry, but in your second attack, you can treat it as being prone. So you can basically hit it for free. The next one is going to attack Bondo. Oh, that's also a critical fail. Seriously? Okay, fucking hell. Okay,
Wow. Bad time.
It's about time the monsters
started
fucked up.
critically, right? So what actually happens is
Not
these.
it's our turn,
Can
but
I describe it, Neil?
I've got something up my sleeve. So these two things actually, they've learned this military maneuver which they haven't tested out called the old ratty switcheroo, when they suddenly they go for each other's assailants in such a way that they go bam, 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 as if to distract and to confuse. In fact, what they do is that they just clunk heads and they both stagger slightly and like that. Both of them are now treated as prone, which is a really good thing for anybody that knows the rules. So they just clank into each other, completely screw up the maneuver, and now they're completely fucked. They haven't lost their weapons or anything, but they're really in a bad place. At that moment, at the back, this Skaven, the white Skaven, throws out its hands, and this huge explosion, the whole wall like this, just blows out at the back. Well, that's a Michael Bay level explosion, isn't it? Okay, so the whole of the back of this hut just blows out with the little, just the little sides of it holding up the top. Really, so it's just like a massive hole. And the thing screeches and starts moving towards it, and these three things start stepping back in formation like that. Just a bit of flavour there, folks. Okay, so next up is Bondo, I believe, right? And
Has
also
Ratty had a
Ziggy's-
go?
Ratty, so have you had a go yet? You haven't had a go yet, have you?
dude, you're gonna just make a little sign to your wall, and it's just gonna say,
Ratty has a go. There you go. It's just a sign.
Ziggy has a
It's next to this is not my therapy and apologies to Angela Merkel. That's very like all those things are. All right, good. So yes, you have a go next. Sorry, man. It's prone, so it's an automatic hit if you wish to hit it or tickle it.
Or stun pirate.
That's an option. It's always an option, folks. Just because it's high fantasy doesn't mean you have to kill everything.
Oh my goodness, that's given me so many ideas. I don't even know where to start.
Well, maybe start by just
Pirate
hitting it.
Pirate hat.
I'm not going to hit a prone. I'm going
He'd
to.
do it to you.
True.
Man, since you became like a Tallarite, you've really lost your edge, yeah?
Yeah. Remember though, Tom, your opponent really is a dirty rat.
You dirty rat. Okay, sorry. I can't believe that nobody suggested this. You dirty rat. Okay. All right, come on, man.
Hang on, I'm just thinking. I'm
I'm not trying to force you to roleplay or anything, but I'm going to force you to roleplay.
Cops to the
I'm
head.
going to look at these guys at the back. Have they not moved on us? Are they still just hovering?
No, they look like they're doing a tactical, what Teddy would affectionately call as a tactical withdrawal.
Run away!
Run away! So this is blasted out the cheese it. That's it. Cheese it. Cheesing it. That's now a thing. Every time you see a rat run, it's now cheesing it. Okay, so they're cheesing it out the back is what they're looking to do.
Okay, all right, they're cheesing it.
Cheese it.
Thanks, you'll go for the Mafia Rats idea. That's a really good one.
Don't. Okay. Okay. Cheese it, boys. It's the fuzz. Look, boys. Cheese it. Sorry. Okay.
It needs a bit of work, Neil, but
It needs a bit of work. Listen, it's off the cuff, mate. All right.
I'm basically I'm going to step aside and let. I would say, Bondo, I got a little treat for you, and step aside and let him do whatever he wants.
You going after the others?
Can't you fire all the rats or something?
I haven't got any fireball type spells yet. Oh no! All right, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to step over the body of.
This is you over here, Tom. You
Okay.
you didn't kill that rat. I know that you're an idiot. Your character's an idiot, but there's a limit to your idiocy. For a moment, actually, Ratty thinks he did a heroic kill of this rat thing, and then thinks, I look really good in like holding a sword. Wait, and then you realise it's not you.
Hang on.
I step forward. Okay.
Yeah.
And while I've been meditating on different objects on the journey, I picked out a little piece of copper wire that I found in the car, and whenever I held it, it gave me a certain tingling feeling, and I could feel a little kind of energy coursing through it.
All right.
And so I hold out a hand, and Spidge brings that little piece of copper
that you've been tinkering with
my hand.
Yeah.
And I point at, I guess, the central one of these rat people that are running away from us, and I go, "Yeah, you better cheese it, you little bastard!" And a little zap of lightning. Just not a big one. It's basically like a taser's worth. Just on my finger.
Is this petty lightning or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing. All right. That's fucking
basically,
brilliant.
It's not going to kill him. It probably won't even shock him.
What does it do then?
It will basically make him jump like he's had a little electric.
So wait, this is a flavor spell.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do any damage at all. It's just a flavor spell.
Cheese
I
flavor.
fucking love it. Okay, brilliant. Yeah. So you zap him. You zap this thing right in the crotch, and it just goes like that. And it's all of its
in the air and goes whoa, like that.
All of its fur is now standing on end and poking through various places in its armor and its helmet. And one of the rats who's noticed this turns to it and just starts laughing like that. And this thing is basically like this huge fluffed out. You know how cats get like really fluffy when they get really upset? It's now like this huge rat fluff ball thing. And I'm going to make actually a cool test for the rat next to it to stop uncontrollably laughing. This thing. So the rat next to it just. No, the rat manages to keep it together. It's now just giggling and it's still turned back to you, so it's now combat effective. But yeah, the rat in the middle, you zap the rat in the middle through its crotch and it just goes like that. And the whole thing just fluffs out in this big furball. I love that spell, Tom.
figured out the spell Petty Lightning Bolt.
Nice. Okay, cool. So that's what 50 experiences. This is why you're holding on to your experience. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you figured out through intuition and pure curiosity Petty Lightning Bolt spell, and you realize that a little piece of copper wiring will make it work. All right, cool. So you zap this thing. It doesn't do any damage, but that's the flavor. I love it.
It
Okay,
costs
nice.
1 magic point.
Nice.
which
So,
is-
yeah, you take off. All right, cool. Loving it. All right, so that lunacy aside, Ziggy, it's your second attack, sir.
Is it Bondo's attack first or my attack? I don't know how.
I'm
they're
gonna
the
say
same
it's well. Actually, you can choose you two because it's 23 each.
I think
so-
Steve should go
Bondo's-
ahead of me. I'm
Yeah?
always going to be the slowest. I'm always
I
going
think
to get
so.
hopefully the last word.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon.
All right, the last word. Okay, final word. All right, in that case, I'm just going to turn my eye.
Wait, does that mean it ain't all over until the fat gnome sings? Is that how it's gonna work?
Basically, yeah.
Nice. Okay, I love it. So okay,
Say, vermin, I will finish your tool.
whoa, 82. Sorry, sir.
It thought about being a 22, didn't
It
it?
did. It
wasn't-
did.
It did.
Thunk-
It would have been
was
nice
so-
if it was.
It was so wowed by the little spark that came out of Ratty, it just flipped over. Okay, so you don't quite make connect. This thing manages to get its sword. You notice that actually its martial prowess is a lot better than you would have taken a big, huge, oversized rat to be. But these things are also definitely now taking like half a pace back each. So these things are definitely starting to retreat. Bondo, however, you can put word to that situation. So it's your go.
Right. I am going to attack the Skaven. Bondo is going to attack the Skaven.
Bondo rushes in. Okay.
Oh, Thungakthaklaki.
I like the fact you've researched it, sir. Oh, and yes, you're rewarded with an 18. See,
Oh.
Steve? That's what happens when you put down some work, dude. 5
Oh,
again.
nice.
Very nice.
Right, so that's 8 points.
8 points damage. Okay.
Yep.
3. That's 5. Okay, so you slash this thing right across its midriff, and it just squeals and howls in pain, and staggers back. You're now winning combat, sir. So you get a +10 for next round. And this thing has got this big, heavy gash on its side, and it's definitely not happy about it. Okay, so new round. Teddy, you can see this all breaking up the fight. Dr. Dasher still hasn't got a clean fight. He's actually now decided not really to try and shoot, but is still holding his pistol out. What are you going to do?
So, is the obvious thing that they've blown out the back of the wall and they're running away out the back?
Yeah, it's definitely obvious that these things are in retreat. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to start running around the
You
side.
sneaky
then.
fucker. Okay. Watch how Teddy ruins the entire campaign. Okay, good. So you're going to sneak around the side. Are you making like a stealth check? Are you actually going to stealth your way?
No, I don't think there's any need to the noise and the violence, and they're all concentrating on the people inside. I'm not a noisy person at the best
Okay,
of times.
fair enough. Are you going to... Well, you actually still have to make a stealth check if you want to be in stealth. You get +20 to it, though.
Okay, well, sure, I've got concealment.
You got concealment,
Silent
rural and urban and stuff.
No, I haven't got concealment rural, so I've got concealment urban and silent
if you
move,
hug the building, I'll
rural
say it's
and
urban. That's fine. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Seriously.
What am I rolling? You want me to roll initiative?
Initiative +20, which is almost guaranteed to hit unless you fail badly.
It does.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
That was a close almost fail. All right, 17. Okay, so you're in stealth, so you get... So stealth hits cause double damage, okay? So
Oh, wow.
if you
Okay.
do take a stealth hit, it will be double damage, yeah. Okay, so you get to the corner.
So I don't know how far I can get. Yeah.
You to this
just see
corner,
what's
I'm going to
going
say.
on.
Yeah, not further than that, that's fair enough. So you're in stealth, and I guess you've got your beautiful, beautiful catapult. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's your go. So Ziggy, it's now your go. So these two things are definitely in retreat. They're definitely backing off.
Does that mean we're winning for an?
It does. You get
Mechanical
advantage as well. Yeah, you get mechanical +10 advantage. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Ooh.
fail.
That's a fail. Okay, so you sort of leap at this thing, pushing it backwards, and it manages to get a shield, a block. You're sort of trading blows a little bit at the moment, but you're definitely pressing the attack. Next up is going to be the actual rats. So there's still 2 left. They take another half or full step back, actually, both. And they also kind of attack at the same time. But the first one steps back quite far and misses, because obviously it's just trying to keep you away at the moment. Whereas the injured one, who's been quite enraged, actually lunges forward and attacks Bondo and hits for a critical hit. It then is going to hit you with a halberd, which is +2.
Can I try and parry the blow?
Oh, with your second attack?
Yeah, can I parry as he's next to me?
Yeah, it's because it's gonna be a lot of damage. So you can definitely try and parry the blow. Okay, it's a 13-point critical on Bondo. So if you want to
10.
parry some of that, what did you roll?
Yep.
10.
I got it.
So roll a d6 and minus that off the 13. So it's 11 points of damage to Bondo. I'll save you. Sorry. Sorry. Good luck. Yeah. Okay. So okay, Bondo. It's 11 points of damage on you, sir.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
I've got a toughness.
And that's going to be on your
4.
left arm, I'm going to say.
Okay, I have no armor there, so yeah, that's basically 7 points of damage. So yeah.
Okay, that's a 7-point damage, so it's going to be on 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, make a toughness test, please, to see whether you get you pass out from the blow. It's a hell of a blow. It just comes straight sweeping down and just catches you right on the arm, and yeah, it doesn't shatter the arm, but it's a pounding blow.
What am I rolling against?
Your toughness times 10, so your toughness is 5?
So that'd be 40.
Oh, 4, okay.
Yeah, no.
That's okay.
I'm
so
out.
you basically just get smashed right into the shoulder, but it also hits your head and just classes you off your feet. You slam back into the door and you just slump out of the fight unconscious. You just go like that. In fact, Dash has to step out of the way as you sort of roll out the door. And you hear this squeal from the Ratman, just goes like that, like in victory, and it sort of just turns straight on Ratty. It is now frenzied, I'm going to say. In fact, I'm going to do it automatic. So yes, it's now a frenzied rat, even more deadly than an armoured rat. Is a frenzied rat. So it's now turning on Ratty straight away, and it's going to attack him next go. I believe Ratty is actually it's new round now, isn't it? Yeah, these things are now cheesing it completely. They're officially cheesing it. So all 4 of these things have now disappeared out the back. They disappear into darkness, so none of you can see them. But Teddy, obviously, you could. Let's get to you, Teddy. So new round, Teddy, it's your go.
No, hold on. It's Ratty's go, isn't it? No,
Ratty's had his go. He zapped, didn't he?
Yeah, I zapped.
He zapped. So I'm pretty sure I'm being a good GM this time. So so Teddy, it's now your go. These 4 things are now cheesing it into the distance.
Oh, I'll take a shot at the big white guy.
You can't see him. He's blocked by the other 3, unfortunately.
Oh, I thought you said he was bigger than. Okay.
No, he's not bigger. He's when I say bigger, he's not like this scale bigger. He's just slightly like a hand taller. But he's hunkering down. He's like hunkered down and is running like a rat. So he's he's not on all 4s. They're bipedal, but they're sort of curled over. You know.
Just fire at the group of them then.
Okay, so just hit randomly one of these 3. Okay, I'll allow that.
50, 70. Give me plus 10. That's a hit.
Why would I give you plus 10?
Because there's a group.
Oh, you've been reading the fucking rules, haven't you? Okay, so
sometimes.
all right, so that's it. Roll a d3, 1, 2, 3, from left to right. Okay.
Where's your d3? That's there.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I roll
A 2, so you hit the central
2.
one. Okay, so you hit this dude over here. So roll your damage. 6, a fucking critical. Okay, fine.
Wait.
So roll. No, you don't have to roll ballistic skill again. It's automatic. So roll a d6 again. Holy shit. Okay, so what's that?
So
10?
13 points of damage.
Fuck me, really? Wow, that's going to kill it.
And you said it was from hiding as well, so double. So you want
Oh my god, how much? How much damage?
His head off.
I don't know. Your rules.
Fuck me, 26 points of damage. That is now the high kill of the season. That's the high kill of the season is now also a thing. Holy shit, 26 points of damage. What have I done? I've just broken the game. Alright, so, okay.
Yeah, I think you did a little bit.
I think I may have broken the game. Okay, fine. Okay, so I'll allow it this time. It's fun. So you just... Okay, how are you going to kill this thing? With a fucking catapult that I wanted to as a child?
The stone just hits it in the head, and the head just pops. Like
okay, so it just turns around at the last second to screech back to its fellows to get out of there, because it's one of the kind of Skaven, and as it turns, you just fire and it just goes straight through its gullet and punches out the back of its head, and this thing just goes and just its head just explodes in its helmet. Well, not explodes, but you know what I mean, mushes.
No, explodes. It can explode. It's fine.
All right, fine. It just implodes into its helmet and just staggers and just drops. Okay.
We don't obey the laws of science.
We don't obey we didn't obey the rules of something earlier on. I think I got called out for that one.
Exactly.
So fuck it. All right. So these two rats are dead rats. Right there. The others also now pick up the pace and are immediately zooming off into the night with great alacrity. They're all fleeing fleeing, basically. So they're moving incredibly quickly. That's your go. Ziggy, it's your turn, sir. You got 2 rats ahead of you.
Okay. Right, I'm going to step up to the one that's turned to Ratty, then just take a pace forwards and just try and introduce him to my little friend.
Oh, okay.
Dispassionately dispatch him.
That is a critical fail. Yeah, it's a critical fail, sir. Okay,
no.
I'm going to give
Almost
you...
like that critical fail you rolled last week, Steve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So this thing... Yeah, that's right. So this...
Oh, wait, that was me.
You can't take any crossbows off me now. I've not got any crossbows.
So this thing catches your blade with its halberd, with the end of the pointy end, as it's kind of sweeping towards Ratty, and it just flicks the halberd. Can you make a durability test, which is going to be like a wrist test? So 50-50 chance. It's going to try and snap and break your blade.
My spider sword.
Okay, so luckily... Oh, well, actually, that's a good point. It's a spider. It's a magical sword. It can't do that. Okay, fine. In which case, it can't do that anyway. So let's just say it's just going to disarm you. So it flicks with the wrist your sword, and which flicks out to this point over here. It lands about 3-4 yards away, so you're gonna have to go and grab it again. And you got your shield out there, haven't you?
Yeah, and I've got another cavalry saber on my back as well.
Oh, that's right, you do. Yeah, you're armed to the fucking gills. All right, armed to the gills. Okay, so that it flicks it out and then immediately turns to attack Ratty because it's its go next. So Ratty, this thing is now turning on you. It knocked out the gnome, which is pretty heavy duty. This also hits you, and it does. Okay, 3. That's 6 points of damage to you, sir.
So mine is toughness 4, so 2.
2 points damage, yeah. So it slashes. Basically, it's already tried to. It disarmed Steve, and at the same time used the end of the poleaxe to like butt you into the stomach and give you a good heavy hit into your sternum area.
Okay.
Okay. It's now your go, sir. Oh, these things have gone now, Pete. No, you won't. You can't really see them. They've disappeared from view.
They move too fast.
They move way too quickly. They're just gone. Yeah. Actually, another one peeps around the corner though, and is starting to move in the same trajectory, still fleeing. So you can take a shot at it, but it's running very fast. I'm just saying for the next round, not now. For the next round.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah. Ratty, your go, sir.
I'm going to turn my my magical hand onto the rat that's just attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a classic. It's going to be the classic Butterfingers.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, Spidge brings me a little pack of butter up into my hand. I point it. I'm pretty much close enough that I can almost rub it in the Skaven's face.
I think you should. I was about to say you should just smear it all over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just go, "Oh, you parents rot rat, you fucker!" Like that.
Wow. That's like extra magic points spent because you used fuck, not bastard. Okay, nice. Okay. Okay, it's going to make a dex check, which it fails. So you just rub butter all over its hands. And this thing just drops its halberd. In its face, sorry. You drop it in its face and it just oozes down into its pores.
The jolt of it makes it.
Yeah, exactly. It just drops its thing and it just looks at you and just screams. And now it's like kind of motioning towards you. Like it's not even bothering to pick up its weapon. It's completely frenzied. It's frothing at the mouth. It's basically a rabid. Oh, it's a rabbit. It's a rabid rabbit. It's a rabbit. Yeah, it's a rabid. It looks like a rabid rabbit. Rabbi.
Rabbit.
Chaz and Dave for anybody who's old enough.
You are beautiful.
Okay, you can find Chaz and Dave for us, Rabbit. That'd be great, just in the background. Add dramatic tension because we haven't got music at the moment. All right, so that is your go, sir. It is now Ziggy's second attack, I believe.
So can I...
Dr. Dasher, by the way, is trying to revive you, so you're going to be revived next round, Bono. He's like got smelling salts around your nose and slapping you very unnecessarily hard across the head. Sorry, Ziggy.
So what I'd like to do is arm myself again. So can I go and pick up my sword, or can I draw my saber and attack him?
You can do either, but I would say the saber draw is a free action, and you can attack him with the saber.
Fine.
Or you could. Yeah, that's the dramatic music for the season, folks. Is Chat and fucking Dave. All right, so you got a choice, Steve. You can either do a Shatner-esque unnecessary combat roll to the spider sword, or you can just pull your saber and attack it
With your wig falling off.
with your wig falling off. Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
And why are you half naked again for no reason? Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to attack him with my
That's
cavalry.
another way
Saber.
start.
All right, you attack up the cavalry saber.
19. Yeah.
Cool. 19, it's a hit. Oh, fuck you, man. You're like a demon. God damn.
Oh, nice.
29. Okay, roll a d6 again, you fucker. 6 again?
Oh!
Fuck. Okay, now you don't need to roll weapon skill. You just keep rolling the d6.
So that's 16
Fucking
plus
hell.
5, so that's 21.
21? That's 21. 26 and 21. Jesus.
I'm going to step up to him and I'm going to just shove the cavalry. So I'm going to, in one move, I'm going to draw my cavalry saber so he didn't see it and just shove it up through underneath his chin, up through his brain. And I go, "You made me drop my sword."
Okay. Ratty, what's actually happened in that moment was that you smeared butter and it got magical and then it flecked back butter into your eyes and you spent the last 2 seconds wiping butter from your eyes. And the rat was there and then suddenly, as you cleared your vision of butter, the rat's disappeared. Like, it's just gone. And then you realise it's dead at your feet with a big fucking cavalry saber like sticking through it like a kebab. So you missed that amazing moment. Sorry about that.
Oh.
And Bondo, at that moment, you wake up and you turn around and you see Ziggy just standing over the dead corpse of the corpse of a rat man with a big cavalry saber sticking through it like that. Sorry, folks, you missed that moment. It was a pretty cool moment. Sorry, folks. Dasher turns and goes, "What the hell?" and just like looks around like, what was that?
All I'm saying is hidden heroine gets how cool Ziggy is.
Yeah,
That's
right.
What I'm saying.
The only person in the multiverse that understands and sees.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
She
okay.
really does.
Cool. So, Teddy, you see this last fleeing rat into the night. What are you going to do, sir?
I'll take a shot at him.
Okay, you got -10 to hit
Nice,
because it's
missed.
a very fast-moving
That's
target.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. Missed.
Okay. You missed. Okay.
Oh, good.
So you take one more shot, and you just hear this, and then it runs off into the darkness to join its fellows. Cool. You've solved my there be a Ratman puzzle. All right. Cool. Fucking hell, guys. 26 and 21 points of damage. Fuck me. Okay, time to unleash blood letters. I think. Fucking corn gods. Anyway, that was amazing.
To be fair, one of us got knocked out cold.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so you come to this. This thing is still, by the way, a hut. Like, you can still use it to protect yourself from the storm that is still raging above you. However, it's missing the back, and that was pretty fucked up. Teddy sort of saunters back in again with this look of like on his face. And what are you going to do? We're going to wrap it up pretty quickly here, folks, because we have hit time. But what are you all going to do? I mean, Dash comes forward and goes, "Well, that was your turn up for the books." He starts applying like some basic medicine. "Now remember what I told you, Bondo." And he starts like getting out some herbs and goes, "You remember what this is called, don't you? It's called stink shit weed." And he starts rubbing it on your wounds. Very effective.
Smoky it from Amsterdam.
Think
Weed.
shit weed.
Yeah. What are you all going to do? You can go into narrative
Otherwise known as
conversation.
pig spoil.
You can go into narrative conversation, folks.
Search the bodies for.
I'm picking up the berries that I threw over my shoulder when I started fighting rats.
Miraculously, none of the berries are destroyed. They're all in perfect condition.
Has anyone seen those things before? What was that? What was that?
Thogoraki. I think you call him Skaven.
Okay, Skaven for you, Steve, is like a mythological child's nightmare story bedtime thing that if you've been bad, the Skaven will drag you away into their slave pits. So it's always been like generally laughed at by a lot of Empire people. Ratty, you have no idea what they're talking about. Teddy recognizes the word Skaven and it's like, oh yeah, they're things, but you've never seen one.
Yeah.
Dr.
The
Dash opens
irony
one of
is,
his
young
medicinal.
Sigmund, they do drag you away. You do end up in their slave pits.
So that's reassuring, son.
Okay, cool.
Not tonight, they didn't.
This is
No.
yeah. These things
See what I did to that one? I shoved my sword through its head. It's
I was out cold, I'm afraid, which is a bit embarrassing, really.
You turn to Ratty.
Didn't see it, mate. I was round the
had
corner.
butter in my eyes, I'm afraid. I was.
You turn to Teddy.
I was round the corner, but didn't see a thing.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll do it again next time. It's fine.
Yeah. Somewhere in the distance, you feel like Blitzen just turns around and goes, "Huh? What was that? What was that?"
It's another nail in Ziggy's personality coffin.
All right, cool. Dr. Gash goes, "Well, I think we've seen the last of those things. They were pretty terrified of us. Good job, everybody. Now, look, I'm going to patch you up, but honestly, with the storm outside and a lot of ashes going on right now, which is very difficult to maintain my accent, I think we should stay here for the night."
Bondo does not feel like driving the car tonight. I'm feeling pretty banged up.
Okay. You can definitely make camp if you wish to here.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we'll
Cooking
spend the night and rub shit
I go outside to look for a hedge to sleep in.
Okay. You find a fantastically luxurious, a deluxe hedge that will fit, not only keep you semi-dry, but also has what seems to be like a nice viewport to the rainy storm ahead, so you can watch the storm with the benefit of having half a hedge over you.
That sounds delightful.
Okay, while you hunker down in the hedge, the ferrets are grabbing your face and trying to move you back towards the way shrine. But it's up to you if you want to stay out there or not.
I'm very committed to my hedges.
I know, you like a good hedge, don't you? Okay, so this hedge is particularly mighty and very, very nice and very warm-ish, sort of rainy. But the ferrets sort of like scurry into your bathrobes and just hunker down inside your big bathrobe for warmth. Cool. All right, folks, I'm going to call it an end here, I think.
Marvellous.
Yeah, very.
Before we go any further, Neil, is there anything worth scavenging off the Skaven? Any pauldrons or anything like that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, basically, these three Skaven. I think the Skaven outside had a helmet, I believe. The one of the Skavens has a halberd, which you can take. It's very old. It looks rusted, but as you clearly got hit by it very hard, it's still working. The other one has a sword and a shield that you can take. The one outside had this armor which won't fit any of you. It is armor. It's like metal, just pauldrons really, and the helmet itself is like usable. It's very stinky and smelly, but it'll fit any of your heads, including the big meaty gnome head that you have. So you could take a helmet if you want.
What's the armor on that? Because I've got a 1-point helmet at the moment.
It's
Actually,
the
do you know
same.
what? I'll take it because I've got a rubbish helmet at the moment.
Okay, yeah, this is a weirdly like ornate helmet, like but again rusted and very, very old. Like it's strong. It's made of some kind of turgeon or steel or something that is clearly very well made, but it's very, very old. So they obviously stole it from somewhere. But yeah, you can wear it. You got a helmet now, an old helmet you can put down. And you also got some material, I guess. You could make, fashion something out of the steel if you had a forge, which you don't currently have. Because this is not glamping, this is a fucking way shrine.
Yeah, chuck it on the cart now.
Okay, chuck it in the cart. Cool. Before you all hunker down, are you doing anything else, like, sensible, like posting guards and things, or fuck that?
I'm in my hedge.
You're in your hedge. You're fine, you're safe. In fact, the penguins are sort of starting to, because you're next to the penguins, and they're like on the floor, and they every now and again go like that, and they just sort of nudge you a little bit and nuzzle into you a little bit. So they seem to be reasonably friendly. Either that, or they're trying to bite you, one or two.
Have you got night vision, Ratty? I forget if you're night visioned up.
Me?
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, that might be quite useful. You being outside, you can sort of warn us if anyone's nearby, because otherwise, Ziggy's a bit concerned about the power level demonstrated by that white rat that just blew up the back of the wall and then ran off. Yeah. So I'm not going to sleep very restfully. I'm going to keep my armor on overnight and sleep in the corner of the room with my back to the corner of the wall, perhaps furthest from the blown out door. Yeah.
Cool.
Hondo's quite banged up, so he's basically going to feel A, sorry for himself, and B, try and patch himself up.
Okay, cool. All right, folks. You all managed to get a reasonably night's sleep. However, although you've managed to get a little bit of food from your supplies, the fish had been given to the penguins. Well, I guess everybody with the exception of Ratty, who's already asleep, fast asleep, happy as a baby in the hedge. You all managed to establish watch turns, and you prepare yourself down, and you find your places in the building, and you start very difficult. It's very difficult for you to relax, but one by one you manage to drop off. You feel relatively safe in the comfort and knowledge that this is a terrible storm. There's not going to be too many things that are out on the prowl. However, although you feel relatively safe, all of you experience dreams that are anything but. And at that point, we're going to end the night. Thanks, everybody. Yay!
Ooh, exciting.
And mini dream cliffhanger. All right. What about those dreams, huh? Let's find out next time. Thanks,
Maggie
folks.
Thatcher hoovering in the nude.
That would be horrific. That would be insanity point worth horrific. I'm going to do that to you, man. That's fucked up. That's dark. Okay, so apologies to the dead corpse of that bitch, Maggie Thatcher. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry, no politics.
Nicer than the current lot.
Oh, sorry, she's dead. It's fine. Life can move on. Sorry. Sorry, apologies to any Margaret Thatcher fans out there. You're really on the wrong show if you like that.
Both of them are not here tonight.
Both of them are not here tonight. That's fine. Okay, so that was great. Okay, thanks, folks. 2 weeks away. Feel a little rusty. Sorry about that, folks. But it's been 2 weeks. You know, many things happen. No, it was really nice to be back, and thank you to the players.
That was our pleasure.
Thank
It was
you
very
so much.
enjoyable.
And thank you always to the indelible, admirable, and let's face it, without whom this would be a nightmare, Blue Owls Medic, and also Yogo. Thank you to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Blue.
Thanks,
you,
Yogo.
You guys is awesome.
All right, folks. So I think we're still keeping the fortnightly edition. So we are going to be back on the whatever that thing is. Whatever.
I'm just looking it up right now. It's
2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fine
think
enough.
so. Yeah.
Fourth.
Fourth.
The 4th of October.
We may or may not be back on that date. Yeah, I have to get back to you on that one. So if not, we'll be back the following weekend after that, or we might try and do a surprise thing on another date. Let's work it out, folks. But we might have to take that under advisement, as there is something that I need to do which may conflict. But theoretically,
You're
maybe 2
going to
weeks.
blow up Parliament in the style of your hero, aren't you?
I can't confirm or deny that. But if it stops Brexit, I'm okay with that. So anyway.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Right. Anyway, folks, we should see you in a couple of weeks, possibly a bit longer, but we'll work it out. Much love to everybody. Thank you so much. Take it easy.
Night tonight, everyone.
See you at the
Bye.
table.
See everyone.
Bye. Buy some more time because I have to get to OBS Studio to stop streaming. Bye. Oh wait, hold on a second. Hang on a second, folks. What the fuck are we doing? I haven't saved the game, and nobody's done the thing.
Well, I'm waiting for you to save the game before I flip the table.
Do the thing. No! It's beautiful. Okay. Wow, the outro was as good as the intro. See you, folks.
It's infinity.